that you like to do so much? Hi, my name is Jim.
Okay. Here we go again, guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you're tuning in, we've got another group of hardcore Fate players here that are ready to give a go at another adventure. And tonight we're going to be trying out ShadowFate, which is basically a Fate hack of Shadowrun. GM this time by James Branch. So I'll let the guys introduce themselves as we usually do, and then we'll get it going. So DBJ, you're up first as usual, man.
Okay. DBJ, I do have a channel. Just easier to look up my videos, Bring Back the Magic. I do rants and opinions about role-playing. Role-playing for 30-plus years now, so anyone considers any of my opinions to be a good one, you just check out my channel. And I am playing a human. Name is Giacomo Santino Ciccione.
Apologies to all of the Italian people out there.
Yeah. I have to apologize if I put on the Italian accent. Giacomo Santino Ciccione.
Right.
No,
Giacomo
what?
or Giacomo
Giacomo
Ciccione.
Ciccione. Okay.
Ciccione.
I am playing a gentleman who was part of is part of a crime family. Born and raised in the crime family, decided to become a lawyer to get out of that life. Unfortunately, fell in love with a rival, a daughter from a rival family. One thing led to another. Her father died, and I had to go on the run. So now I am, unfortunately, a Shadowrunner, and I've learned to use knives and things as a trade on the side. So.
Okay, cool. All right, Ian, you're up.
Okay, I'm Ian. I run the YouTube channel Fantastic Dimensions. So I am playing Null Cipher. Null Cipher is an eccentric elvish decker. He's been a Shadowrunner for a couple of years, basically just out of necessity. He enjoys being comfortable. He likes women, wine, cheese, and antiquities. He thinks that, beings other than elves, though they may be inferior, they don't really cause him any issue. There's not a whole lot of information about him as far as like an actual name, family, what he did before he became a Shadowrunner, where he actually lives, what his sin is. That stuff is all kind of pretty well hidden now with his profession as a professional decker. I imagine he's erased all that information on him in the Matrix. I have played deckers before in Shadowrun 5th edition, so I'm very excited to see how that translates to Fate.
Okay, cool. Joe?
All right. I'll be playing a Shadowrunner by the name of Silverjack. He's a rigger of German dwarven descent. Has a love of his country and of voyeurism. Quite proud of his capabilities, and what else can I tell you about the character that I've been reading here? Some of the benefits that he feels, of course, being a rigger, is that he won't get any blood on his suit. That's what the drones are for. So that's who I'm going to be playing.
Okay, and I'm going to be playing a urban shaman by the name of Manhattan. He's pretty much a ganger, which seems to be something along with shamanism runs in his family, and he's definitely got a issue with authority, but he also values friendship and loyalty. So his thing is, I'm sure he's going to have a pretty badass attitude and a smart mouth. So we'll see how the other Shadowrunners deal with him as the night goes. So Okay, Joe.
All righty. All righty. So let's frame this scene. The scene opens. It was a milk run so far. The team is riding easy in the third car of a fast-moving maglev train that's headed to Metro City and eventually to Toronto. It's been a long ride from Denver, where you picked the train up, and the constant hum of the train makes it difficult to stay awake, especially considering that there are no windows to look out of to see where you are on this train. Suddenly, you feel the train begin to jerk, and the dim red lights begin to flicker, and eventually the humming that you become so accustomed to stops. It appears as though the train that you're on has stopped moving. All right, so with that, the four of you are on a train that you were hired to basically protect. You picked the train up in Denver, and the train is heading from Denver to Toronto, and it's going to go through your home city of Metro City, which is also known as New Detroit. So Metro City is Detroit. There was some type of fallout accident many years ago, and Metro City was dubbed the new Millennium City, and Metro City became Metro City, and Old Detroit kind of died. So you guys are on this train right now, and it's your job to protect it. There are no windows or anything else like that. The train is an AI train, so the computer was programmed with its destination. You guys had been going about 200 kilometers per hour, so you've been speeding through like Omaha, Nebraska, through Iowa, through the mid-plain states, and you're starting to make a northeasterly trajectory towards the Metro City after you passed the bug city of Chicago. You know that there was no scheduled stop. So obviously something is amiss.
Were we told what we were protecting, just the physical train itself, or is there a specific cargo?
There's a specific cargo. There are three cars on this train. There's the first car that has all of the network equipment, and it's a closed network, meaning that somebody would not be able to get access to its system unless they were able to get inside and actually hook in. The second car is the cargo car, and you were not told what the cargo is. You don't have the access codes to be able to open up the cargo cart, so therefore you don't have any normal access to that cart. And then the third car is your car, and it's set up. It's got your effects, your weapons, anything else that you could conceivably say I brought onto this car.
Are we elevated, or what?
You can't see outside.
Oh,
you mean normally?
Yeah.
It's a maglev train. So if you could imagine kind of like a monorail, and it hovers electromagnetically over the one monorail. So you've been on the train maybe about 4 hours now, and it's been going pretty fast, and it's really I don't know if you ever been on a train, and if you can't look outside, the humming of the actual train and everything else kind of puts you into a lulled sense, and that's how you guys are. But there are no windows for you to look out of, and unless somebody has a way to access what's going on outside, you can't see. But you do know that it is 2300 hours, 11 p.m.
Okay. Last question. Do we get the sense that the power may have been interrupted? Do we still have light and stuff?
Well, the lights that you guys have in here were like red lights, almost like a military type of deal. And even though the lights flickered on and off, they did come back on. So the red light that's in this car is on now. So you must not have lost power.
I look at over at Null Cipher, and I go, "What the fuck, man? What did you do?"
Well, I didn't do anything yet. What I'm thinking about doing is checking to see if there are security systems on this train that I can access to, say, get a video feed outside the train.
Now,
Don't. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say. I said don't. I said don't bother, Elf. I already got eyes on what's going on outside, and I kind of like tip my tip my glasses down, and I guess I put on my, what is it? I guess it'd be like my control rig.
It's in your head. You don't.
Oh, okay, it's in my head. Okay. All right. I kind of like touch my temple, and I'm gonna say that I have my spy drone that was sitting on the top of our car, outside the car, because I like my voyeurism thing. I like spying on what's going on. So
Okay.
Well, there you
have
have
it.
Manhattan, our vertically challenged dwarf friend here, has everything taken care of. So I will go back to my nap now. Thank you.
That's unusual. So I'll look over at Saint just out of curiosity to see what he's doing, because he's usually the one that's pretty much calm, cool, and collected. So I peep at him.
Saint.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Sorry.
Oh, okay, there he is.
Yeah. What are you guys bugging me for? I mean, you got a pointy ears here. Check it out. I mean, jacking the system. Let us know what's going on.
Well, okay. The thing too is that there's no access to the first car from this car. Remember, it's a closed system, and basically the main car is controlling everything. So you would have to get to the main car and be able to physically access that, because it's a closed system.
So how do we physically get out of here?
Well, there's a door. Yeah, there's a door there for you to get on and off.
But it doesn't lead to the cargo car, though, obviously, right?
No. It would lead, like, if you're disembarking the train, the car.
All right, I get up impatiently, and you guys can see that the silver dice on the top of my staff, kind of swing as I get up, and I kind of tuck it up. Actually, it's more like I don't know if you would call it a staff or a rod, more or less, because it's not full length. Okay, sure. And I tuck it up under my arm, and then I attempt to open the rear entry door.
All right, as you place your hands on the door, you feel, you hear what sounds like a muffled explosion. Really, really faint.
Okay, I before I open the door, I turn to the other guys behind me. Did you hear that?
Okay. Did my drone that's I got kind of patrolling around outside right now? Did it see?
All right. So your drone comes online, and you see.
Oh.
That
All
is hovering. Is basically it's a stealth helicopter.
Okay.
Looks like it might hold up to 6 people. You kind of know the specs of different vehicles. You know that it has missiles, and it also has minigun attachments to it. And it is flying about. The train is stopped, but the train is on a bridge that's elevated about 1,000 feet over a river valley.
Okay.
and you see the helicopter kind of it moves off, and you see a rope descends down, and you see a large figure begin to rappel down the end of the rope, and it looks like it's making its way towards the second car.
All right. Okay. I let them know. I tell them exactly what you basically told me. I said, like, it looks like we're under attack.
Is there any chance you could feed that through to my deck, your video feed?
I said,
You can
yeah.
you could hack his rig if you really wanted
I
to.
just thought I'd ask nicely before I started messing with his hardware.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend messing with my hardware. I'm like, well, I said, given the circumstances, I'm not a big fan of letting people, dig around in my stuff. I said, but, you know, under the circumstances, yeah, sure.
Okay.
So I'd allow them access um, uh, to the, I guess, the visuals or whatever, the spy.
Okay, so you download the video feed, and you can see exactly what's going on. It looks like the copter is hovering above the second car, the cargo car,
Mm-hmm.
and now you see. One sec.
Well, it looks like the train is being robbed.
You see.
You guys, just cover me, okay? And I'm going to lay down and close my eyes.
You see this null cipher. It's a drone
Oh,
that disembarks from their copter, and it takes up a position hovering above the second car. It looks like it doesn't have a gun or anything on it. It looks like it is like a carrying drone,
okay.
a worker drone.
Mm-hmm.
So you see that big figure is hanging on the edge of the rope, and he's trying to get in position to access a top hatch.
Okay.
There's a hatch on top of the second car.
I would like to try to create an advantage called hot simming. Are you familiar with the term?
No.
Hot simming is something that deckers can do when they basically enter the actual virtual reality world of the Matrix physically themselves. They put themselves at a bit of risk then, but it gives them kind of advantages, bonuses to their hacking stuff.
Okay. What system are you hacking into?
Well, I would like to actually try to hack into the helicopter itself.
Oh, okay, great. All right, so you plunge into the virtual world of the Matrix, and the visual reality kind of gives way, and you can see the central core of the copter, basically sitting there pulsing. However, you see there's another figure that is in the virtual world that's sitting there decked in as well, and it looks like it's a tower, a fortified tower made of stone, kind of moving around the central core. And you see the figure looks at you and spots you.
He spots me right away, does he? Okay.
Yeah, you spot them, they spot you. I mean, you guys are the only two people in this area that are of any consequence.
I'm trying to be quiet about it, but I didn't want to just simply try to go out and fry that decker.
Okay. All right. Stop. Scene changes. What? I hate that. All right. Damn. Why did Wyatt Wingfoot have to get geeked by those damn chrome trogs? They said Funtown was a tough place, but it seemed like all the Cal Free State was an insane combat zone. French said that he would send his wife and kids some money, and the team pitched in about 50K New Yen, but damn, Wyatt had like 7 kids. He was also the best lock cracker in the biz and would be tough to replace. But hear French tell it, we have to get back on the horse. So you guys are sitting in Cal Free State in a virtual strip club. Hologram girls are dancing all about. Everything is red. The place is called Neon Red. Your Mr. Johnson, who his name is Mr. French, actually, he went to high school with Manhattan. You've known him for quite some time.
Wait. You got an education?
Screw you.
So you see, he says, yeah, man, I got a milk run for you and your boys. So basically, this is a prelogue to what is going on right now. You guys are part of a Shadowrun group that just lost one of your people. And you guys are kind of sitting here as a group, kind of talking crap and, you know, remembering him and everything else. And your Mr. Johnson, known as Mr. French, that's his real name, because it's hard to be Mr. Johnson when you went to high school with the guy and you know his real name. He's here and he's saying, hey, you know, I got a milk run for you. All you got to do is fly out to Denver, jump on a train headed to Toronto to pay us $10K a head. They need some off-the-record assets in play here.
They who, Frenchie? Who are you talking about exactly?
Hey, you know better not. You know not to ask questions. So you went to high school with French, and you know that he could be flaky at times, but sitting here in some sleazy Cal-free bar looking at 3D hollow strippers seems to be like a low point even for him. But there's something about him this time. He seems a little bit more squirrely, if that were possible. And you also notice that he's got a Fichetti arm sliver gun hidden inside of his coat, and he does not like firearms.
Come on, Frenchie, man. You can be real with us, especially with me anyway. And I kind of look at the rest of the guys. You know, we go way back. You know, I don't like just blindly going into deals, man. I know you got some background info that you can give us. What's the deal?
He said it's all. He says I don't know if it's corp or if it's gov, but you know the train's cargo has to make it to Toronto in one piece. He says, and I'm authorized. You guys are getting paid $10K a head. So pick your team.
Is that normally above our pay grade, or is that average for us?
That's about average. Okay. But to babysit a train, you know,
10K is decent. But I'm sorry, Mr. Johnson, but I just have to ask: this guy really high school?
He says, yeah, he was quite the rugby player.
Ah, yeah, he was a jock. Of course, it all makes sense.
I shake my head and I lean in.
My virtual erection is ruined.
Yeah, you made me forget what I was going to say with that crack.
I have that effect on people.
You see the proprietor of the place, a Mr. McGurk, comes over. The aspects are, why is everything red? Security cameras all around, and the real girls are in the back. So Noah Cypher kind of takes a look back there, and you see just all types of body-shaped women. They have these kind of like helmets on, and they're dancing. So basically the image of the perfected woman's body shape, the hollow body shape, is mimicking the actions of the real meat women in the back. So they're not so attractive in the back, but they're very attractive in the hollow dancing, in the hollow, you know, the holograms dancing.
Mr. McGurk, lovely, lovely red establishment you have here.
He says, I thought you might like it, Elf. I thought you might like it. He said, I didn't think that you liked women.
Are the real girls on the menu?
He says, yeah, everything's on the menu here, partner. You
You
got the
wouldn't
new
have
one?
anything in a troll, would you?
He says, oh, you like to get slapped around a little bit, huh?
I'm a man of eccentric tastes.
He says, well, come on back and drop me a good 500 new yen. I'll make your hour worth your while.
Indeed. You can put it all on Manhattan's tab, and I'll walk on back to the back with him.
All right, so he
Bullshit.
so he takes you to the back, and your entire team is there. Bellicose, Geist, Overwatch, Rasputin, they're all there too, because you guys just finished a run. So you see Bellicose comes up, and he's like, man, I need to get back to Atlanta. It looks like there's some JP Morgan Chase Bank of Charleston trying to pull some craziness on my parents' farmland. He says, I'll give you a call in a few days and try to meet you in Metro City in a week or so. He's like, I'm not going to be able to be in. So then Geist says, well, my ex-wife calls me and tells me her new boyfriend is smacking her around. Not my problem. But I have a daughter to look out for, so I have to sit this one out, Manhattan, while I go teach this guy Chet some manners.
I shrug and I go, "You're lost, bro. You know, but we can handle it."
Okay, you see the Indian Overwatch, 10K. Says, man, I just picked up a contract to bring some guy in Houston for 25K, dead or alive. Says, I'll head to the airport with you, but I'm going to jump on the suborbital so I can make the Lone Star in a couple hours. I don't want to lose this one. Says, you tell Wingfoot's wife I said, I'm sorry. And then Rasputin, the orc, he's an orc phys adept. You see, he says, my time away from Karina is wearing on me, and she's not returning my comms. I need to fly to Metro City to see what the issue is. He says, hopefully I can catch up with you there.
All right, the usual. That's fine. So I
it's
count on my
then,
hand as I look around at the remaining skeleton crew that we're gonna have with us, and I assume since Frenchie usually doesn't lay on the BS too thick, that we still should be able to handle it. So I guess I'm cool with it.
Okay. All right. So flash forward, and you guys are sitting on the train, and it's moving very fast. And Noel Cypher, you did some hacking and cracking into Frenchie's comm just to kind of see what was going on, because that's what you do. And you see a number of communications of note. Let's see if I can.
Well, it would be improper to read another man's mail, so I'm in there.
All right, so you see that. Is it legit? Can you read it?
Yeah, I get it.
It's clear, yeah.
Oops, I lost it though. There we go.
That's not cool.
Okay, so I see this. This is just
Hold on. All right, and all of a sudden the train's lights start to flicker on and off, and the humming noise begins to get less pronounced, and you feel like you've come to a stop.
Ah, okay, and that leads us to where we are now.
And that leads you to where you are.
Oh, by the way, Manhattan, I found this interesting little email from your friend, Mr. French.
Frenchie? What'd you find?
I can just send that right through to his data link. I presume you have a data link, don't you?
No, I don't get down like that, buddy. It messes up my mojo.
You don't have a basic data link?
It messes up my mojo. What else do you want to tell me? And I pull out a little kind of antiquated looking spirit cell, like a data receiver.
3G phone.
Right. Yeah. So either you can send it to this, or you can tell me with those lips.
Barbarian, I tell you. All right. Well, anyway, it seems that your friend thinks we're a bunch of dupes, and he's put us on this mission. The milk run isn't for us; it's for the people who are here to retrieve the cargo. We're the milk, so to say.
Wait. I don't understand. What do you mean? He hired us to just sit here, or what?
Could you pop that back up for me, Jim, and I'll read it out to him?
Sure.
Seeing as he probably couldn't read anyway.
Dude, I went to high school. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, here we go. Apparently, your friend Frenchie here says, speaking to a brother Krell Jonas Krell, actually, sorry. Says, I think I have found some dupes, Brother Krell, a runner team that is dysfunctional and emotionally down that will give the best chance for the recovery team to succeed. Mr. Krell then said to your friend, Myron, excellent, Brother French. I will conclude the hirings. Please ensure that the tracer is properly placed for our operatives. Ipsagen. Not sure what that means.
Okay.
And then Brother Krell, to Brother Krell, your friend Frenchie replied, Ipsagen, Brother Krell, Ipsagen. I will do a quick data search, see if I can find out what Ipsagen exactly means, if I can find anything on the Matrix about that.
Nothing found.
Nothing
Does any
found.
of that, do I know who this Krell is, or do the reference Ipsagen?
No, you've never heard of either. But you do know, Null Cipher, that umc.edu is the University of Metro City.
Right. Okay.
Was that his frat brother or something?
Perhaps a professor?
You
didn't know that Frenchie went to college.
This is some bullshit. Okay, we're gonna have to see what's going on. I try to call up Frenchie on my phone.
While he's doing that, I'll just in the background do a quick cross-reference to see if I can find a roster of professors and staff members at UMC and see if anything comes up with a Krell.
Professor Jonas Krell, professor of Hermetic Studies.
Okay. He keeps a data link, so I'll tell him after he's done with this phone call. If anybody else has a data link, I'll feed it through to them.
Okay.
Do we have time for all this? I mean, we should be getting our butts off this train.
So this is happening kind of before, before that stuff happens.
Okay.
So you get that information out to everyone, Ian, and you jump into the Matrix, and then now you're seeing the stone fortification that is the helicopter's protection, with the other decker that is standing by the CPU core of the stealth copter.
Okay, jump.
And then you look off and you see you also see the other trains, but you can't see their core. It's dark because it's a closed system. You can't go get into it.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm more focused on taking care of this helicopter first.
Okay, Jim.
Okay. So okay, yes, Joe.
Since we stopped in Metro City, can I?
You didn't. You're not in Metro City yet.
Oh, okay. So we're not anywhere near like in other words, if I wanted to try to pull up another one of my drones, I'm just curious as to how long it would take for it to get there.
Well, which drone? We'll assume that you have. You
if it's medium to small, maybe.
You could have two. You could have the drone with you. Yeah, I don't have a problem with you having the drone with you, since that's what you do.
Okay. All right.
If it'll fit on the train.
Right, because that was the thing. Because I was gonna see about pulling the my large drone, which is obviously the big bad.
You're still about 2 hours, an hour and a half out of Metro City.
Okay.
So at 200 kilometers per hour, That's what, about 120 miles out. Well, that's what's that? 2 hours going 200. That's 400 kilometers, and we'll make it what's 240 miles. Yeah, you're about a little over 200 miles out of Metro City.
Okay. So it would take a while for me to get that thing over here, basically.
Yeah,
We'll be dead.
yeah, you'll be
Long
good.
before then. Okay.
So you can have, as I said, you could have. Yeah, that's cool, Ian. I didn't see the deck set. Uh, yeah, you can have your full complement up to your rigging of drones right now that would be able to fit on this train.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
so let's kind of jump into this. DBJ, what is Saint doing?
I want Manhattan to get out of my way because I am not staying on this train.
All right, I'll
He's at
step aside as he finally gets his ass in gear, and I open the
well,
door for him.
hey, I'm new to the group, and I'm not one to step on anybody's toes, but you guys are far too cerebral for a Shadowrun group, man. Wow, you guys don't run at all. And I'm trying to get away from SoCal as far as away as possible. You
Just
guys are
do
just
mind your steps, Saint. It's a bit of a drop out there.
So the door flies open, and air just kind of rushes in as you look down off of it's not even a bridge enough for somebody to walk on. It's mainly made for the mono maglev, so it's only a little room. There's no housing or anything like that for you to climb on. And as you look down, it's probably 1,000 feet down. uh, the scene aspects are 1,000-foot drop, dark but moonlit night, and what's that damned beeping?
uh, I brace my hands on either side of the door and look over, and then look over my shoulder and go, um, maybe somebody else wants to take this first step instead.
Okay, you hear like a thump, 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 a muted helicopter, that has two rotors. It's sort of hovering above the second car. You're in the third car. Uh, it's easily, 2 zones away. You'd have to move to get over there. And you see a figure is on top of the second car, and it looks like he's got some type of cutting torch or some sort like that. You see sparks are kind of flying all around, and there's a drone that's hovering next to him that's about the size of a bathtub.
Okay. As Saint kind of hesitates, I'll smile and I'll say, "Don't worry, bro, I got you." And I'll cast levitate and try to put him on top of the train.
All right. Are you doing fake roller or dice stream?
Yeah, don't worry.
It'll be on my screen. I'm doing dice stream, but it'll be on my screen
It'll all be okay.
so you can see it.
Okay. So what are you casting? What force are you casting that at?
Well, let me ask you. It's at levitate 1, so how powerful is that?
That's it. 1. Yeah, it's enough to levitate
A man?
a man. Yeah,
Okay,
a man.
then that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. So you need to make a magic overcome against the force of 1.
Okay. All right, so then that will be a 5 result.
Wow.
Okay. So you have succeeded with style
Okay.
on your levitate, and now you have the advantage of I'm flying.
Okay,
Or
so
who are you putting it on?
on Saint.
Okay. So Saint, you have the advantage of I'm flying with 2 free invokes. You can fly. You don't need to use an invoke to fly. But if something comes up where you could conceivably use those invokes, then they will come into play. but the aspect of I'm flying is on you.
How long does that typically last?
It'll last the scene.
Okay, all right.
That's good.
And now you need to resist. You need to make a will check against the drain, which is the force of the spell, which is 1.
Okay. So that will be a 5 result.
Okay. So no stress.
Okay. That's right. That's how I live. No
the,
stress.
the air spirits heed your call, and they surround Saint, and you can kind of see a nimbus, kind of like a cloud-like nimbus.
Nah, he
around
sees
them.
like he gets enveloped by like a almost like a whirlwind of sorts, and from out of nowhere you see there's like pieces of paper and just like old leaves and just like junk almost within the whirlwind as it
Flying
lifts him
about.
up. Yep.
Okay. Does it snatch him outside?
I wink at the
Oh yeah,
door.
I'll put him on the roof if I can.
Okay. So
Unless
you
he can, you know.
see you get snatched outside into the yonder, and the whirlwind spirit, you said, does what? Places him where?
Just on the roof. I mean, that's where I want him, but he's still flying, so he can do what he wants after that. But I just wanted to just place him on the roof above us.
Okay.
I just
All right.
smile at
Oh,
the door. It's a shame, Jack. I think he had promised.
All right. So now,
I'm hella nervous. This is not natural. I don't want to fly. I'm like trying to hold on to the edge of the door and maneuver myself very awkwardly onto the roof. I am not letting go of a physical surface at all. Legs in the air, holding on to the train as much as possible, and get on the rooftop.
hands on hips.
Oh no, heck no! Crouch down. Hopefully,
All
I
right.
don't want to
So
get that.
you see, Saint is resisting getting pulled out by the wind spirits, and they're really not that strong. So he's actually resisting them. All right. Let's go over to Null Cipher. All right, Null Cipher. You can move over towards the core if you would like to.
Yeah, basically, I just want to know how this works. So that is the representation of the Decker on board the helicopter, I presume.
Yes.
So what I want to do now, like, I guess normally what I'd be used to doing would be going in kind of silently, quietly, and trying to get marks on it for an advantage, but that's kind of too late for that. So
there's an aspect that she saw you before you saw her.
So what I'm going to do then in that case, since my cover's blown already, is I'm just going to try to data spike her bitch ass.
Okay, you see she flies out towards you,
Mm-hmm.
and you see she says, you need to stand down if you want to live.
Oh, of course, madam. And my virtual representation within the Matrix, it's kind of like the Emperor from Star Wars shooting Force lightning at her.
Okay,
So,
and she looks like a Pikachu Pokemon.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
She's going old school. She says, don't you know who I am, Drickhead?
Old school. I'm the motherfucking Emperor. I'll show you old school.
She says, my name is Netcat. Does that ring a bell to you, Hotshot? She says, I'll fry your hoop and tighten it up so hard that you won't dread for a week. So,
Madam, I think in another life, we'd have been perfect for each other. So
when she mentions her name, you know that she was a person that actually hacked into the Pueblo Council in Cheyenne, their nuclear silo. She was able to get through all the governmental garbage, and she actually activated the ICBMs and turned them down. And turned them off. She just wanted to make sure that everyone knew that it was her. So she's white hot as far as decking goes, and you think she might be a little bit out of your league. I don't know. She's got a hard ass hot rep, and it would suck to just get brain fried here in the middle of nowhere for 10K New Yen.
Well, I will. Like instinct tells me I should just try to fry her, but now I see she's told me who she is, and I realize, oh,
She says,
well,
who are you?
I'm Null Cipher. You like me, don't you? I can't blame you.
She says, I
Maybe
did.
no.
I heard of you. You operate out of Metro City, right?
That's right. And
What's
you
your
did that the ICBM job.
I, that's right. What's your team
Fantastic.
doing out here?
Well, we were hired to make sure that this train made it to its location. What are you doing out here?
Recovery mission. Uh,
Recovery mission. What are you recovering?
the train has some gear that our employer wants.
Hmm.
Would you be of a mind to let us get what we're getting so that we can get some gone?
Well, I mean, we're being paid to defend it, you see. I
Don't
don't.
just say you failed. I have a rep to defend. Your rep isn't really, that high.
Hmm. Yeah,
No offense, of course.
I understand. You see, I mean, I'm not so worried myself. I know I can handle my end of things, but they did pair me up with a bunch of mooks out here. So
Okay, make a notice roll.
okay,
Uh, make a notice check.
what
Perception rather.
my notice is, yeah, so it's 0.
Okay. And your
Let's
difficulty is 2.
fate roller. Here we go.
Overcome.
So that's a +1.
Okay. You can succeed at a cost, or you can fail.
No, I'm gonna fail.
Okay. Okay. So she says, my team. I'm on Matador's team, and when she says that name is he's like a highly respected Shadowrunner. Done a lot of stuff, been a lot of places, has a real solid rep as a stand up upfront guy. He's also known as an excellent tactician.
Hmm.
She says, and we got you guys clearly outclassed. So
Well,
hopefully it won't come to bullets, but if it does, it's just business. It's okay.
are you looking for a backup decker or anything?
He says, we're always in the looking. You can be my backup.
Hmm.
I don't have a problem. I need to run some scans on you and see what you're about, see what you've done, see what you can do. But
Right.
yeah, there's no problem with you coming off the bench.
Let me go see if I can talk my team into standing down.
Okay, so you see she heads back towards the tower,
Mm-hmm.
the tower virtue, and then we'll move over to Silverjack.
All right. Okay. I'm kind of a little annoyed that these non proper Germans are basically just fudging everything up, and I'm kind of thinking to myself, I'm like, if you want anything done right, you got to ask a proper German to handle it. So I jump off of the case that I'm actually sitting on, which contains my drone, the uh, MCT Nissan Rotor Drone Mark III,
Okay.
and I open the case and basically start kind of like pushing it towards the exit, so that when it basically falls out, I'll have it basically kind of like I guess
Unfurl.
unfurl and yeah, and go into flight
Okay.
mode.
So you activate your drone, and the drone activates and flies about. What do you want it to do?
Okay, I seeing that stealth chopper, I'm assuming isn't going to really amount to anything according to my heavy minigun. I immediately just start heading it over that way. Like once it kind of gets its bearing, I'm gonna have it come up and basically kind of just like target it and tell them they better stand down or I guess have it like I guess if I'm assuming it would have like maybe like a megaphone or something on it.
Sure.
I say uh, basically tell them stand down or get ready to get ripped to shreds.
Okay. So you see the drone kind of hovers over uh,
Can I
towards
interject
the.
for a second
Sure. Sure.
or make a suggestion? Joe, if you're going to target, do you want to make a roll an advantage or create an advantage?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yes. Create the advantage of oh, I'll use my aspect, intimidating. Um, intimidating presence, I guess, for the drone with the minigun.
So are you intimidating or are you aiming?
Creating I'll create the aspect of intimidating presence.
Well, that would be an overcome. So they would either be intimidated by it or they wouldn't be intimidated by it. So are you trying to intimidate them?
Uh, I am, but I want to create the advantage first before I actually do that. So actually, I'll tell you what. This is what I'll do. Um, in order to create the advantage prior to actually doing the intimidating, is I'll actually have the the drone will basically make kind of like a slow climb, so they hear like the boom, 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 of it coming up there
Okay.
prior to actually doing the intimidating factor of telling them y'all better stand down because they don't know what it is. They just hear something coming. So I'll do that to create the advantage of it. Um,
And
and
what's the name of the advantage that you're trying to create?
um, the cavalry's coming.
Okay. Go ahead and make a rigging check against a difficulty of 2.
Okay, rigging difficulty of 2. Let's see here. Can I also? Well, no, that really wouldn't apply. That's a different drone altogether. Um, all right. Yeah, so I guess it's just my flat rigging skill, I think. So,
Come on.
looking good, looking good, looking good. There we go. All right,
What you get?
3 over.
So you got 3 over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you succeeded with style. So you have 2 invokes of cavalry is coming.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you see the gun drone kind of ominously uh, ascends into the view of the hovering gyrocopter, stealth attack gyrocopter, and you say your piece, and then over the loudspeaker of the helicopter is a man's voice, and you hear Shadowrun team, come in. Who's your leader? Who's in charge?
Okay. Uh, let's see here.
This is Matador. Come in.
Oh, it's calling out for Matador.
This is Matador. Come in. Who's in charge
Oh.
of the runner team on the train?
All right. Well, I'm gonna assume since it
Okay,
seems like
hold on. Ian, null cipher detects a hack in progress.
What? Hacking what? Don't know what?
The drone, the attack drone.
Somebody's hacking his attack drone?
Yeah.
Okay, this is before I've jacked out. I'm still in the Matrix?
Yeah, you're still in. You see the Pikachu
Mm-hmm.
kind of jumps over there and it kind of duplicates itself and it shoots out what looks like silly putty. And the silly putty is kind of lumping on the outside of the central core. Remember, this is virtual.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like covering it up little by little by little. And you see the Pikachu is just throwing the little putty, at the Silverjack's drone.
Damn it.
So it's at like 10%. And since he's not a decker, he doesn't know since he's not jacked into it.
Yep.
He didn't say he's jacked into it. He's passively controlling it, right, Joe?
Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't say I was jacked into it. I assumed if I'm using it, I kind of have to be jacked into it. But
No, you could have it passive.
Mm-hmm.
They can act on their own up to your rigging skill.
oh, okay.
That's how many you can passively control, but you can only jack into one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that girl's good.
Okay,
Well,
you see, she looks over at you, and she is going to, or I'll let you take one action before she takes her
I'm
action.
just thinking, since she's now hacking into that, she's kind of distracted a little bit. Her attention is at least divided.
Yeah, she's out of the fortified tower
Mm-hmm.
construct, and she's kind of standing by the copter central core representation.
If only we had met in a different way. Oh well.
Okay,
I'm
got to
gonna
get paid on me.
I'm gonna attack her.
Okay, all right, Manhattan. I guess you'll be right
No, no,
back.
I'm here.
Okay,
I'm here. I'm here.
all right. So you see, Null Cipher is kind of obvious that he's in the Matrix, and you see Silverjack is kind of looking out, and he has brought to bear one of his drones. The Saint is still resisting your spirits and pulling him outside. So what are you going to do?
I yell at Saint, man, what are you doing? Just go with the flow. We need you to get up there so you can get in the mix out there. And then I will move. Actually, I will sit down to the side of the door and cross my legs with my cane on my lap, and I will try to astrally perceive so I can see. Since he's resistant, I need to see what's going on out there myself.
Okay. All right. So as your perceptions change, you see that on board the helicopter, you see 1, 2, 3. Wait, hold on. I have it here.
That's 3 too many.
3, 4 auras there. And then as you look at as you look around, you see there's one aura on top of the second car. And then in the car, you see a bunch of awakened auras, meaning magically awakened.
Okay, but that's separate from the 4.
That's separate from the 4. There has to be about 25 of those awakened auras.
Okay.
And they're very brighter than your aura.
Okay. How can I make a perception check to the aura that's actually on the car to try to see how powerful its essence is, or determine how powerful its essence is?
The one that is on top, his essence is equal to yours.
Okay.
The 25 that are in the car
I'm not worried about them.
are brighter than yours and his.
Yeah.
And you also see in his aura bear-like features.
Okay. All right.
Okay, and you see basically one of the bright auras gets lifted up by him, and then another one, and then another one.
And what? Absorbed by him, or?
No, it looks like it's just getting stored at something. They're kind of hovering up in the air. You can't see it astrally, but you can just kind of see the souls are there. The auras are there.
Okay. All right. Okay.
All right.
If I can, I yell over the if we have them. I would assume we're kind of calmed up. I yell, everybody quit screwing around. We gotta get that nut that's on the second car. He's screwing with the cargo. And that's it. I'm done.
All right, Saint.
I say, well, Hatton, I thought you were trying to toss me out with a burst of wind or something like that, so you wouldn't have to split the money. You could have at least explained to me what you were doing.
You guys have worked together before. There's a certain level of trust. You're the newest member to the team, so it, kind of goes that you may be a little bit distrustful.
I haven't run the shadows as long as these guys have, so I'm a little awkward, but I'm trying to put on airs. I'm going to make my way to the roof of the train, kind of feather walking my way across the top. I know I'm floating, but I don't want to float 1,000 feet in the air. I want to be over top of the train in case he decides to, cancel the spell or something, and make my way towards the individual who's trying to cut through the middle car.
That's him. He's already cut. He's cut through, and you see that there are a number of pods that are sitting in the drone, right? And you see the drone flies off. Woo! It's got like six. It's got like six pods. It goes flying off, and then you see another drone disembarks from the copter and starts moving over towards the train.
Above the roar of all these drone rotors and the Osprey style helicopter and whatnot, I'm gonna yell out to him like, "Hey, runner! What are you doing?"
Okay, you see
it looks like I don't have a weapon in my hand.
Okay, he turns to you and he says, "Listen, little man." He says, "There is no reason for conflict here. You do not need to die today." He says, "Simply let us complete our task and let us be gone, and everything will be okay. The corp or whoever that's transporting these poor souls will not miss them."
I'm going to have to take issue. Listen, I agreed to a contract. You're going to have to leave whatever you took and put it back where you got it from. I know I see you got a lot of firepower, but professional. We don't have to do this.
Okay, you see,
and
he touches his ear, and he says, "The first 6 away, send in the next drone." And you see the drone starts to the carrying drone. Another one kind of moves in and takes its place next to him. And you see he looks up at you, and he says, "I will not warn you again." He says, "Next time, the next words from my throat will be an entreaty to the spirits of thunder and lightning."
Okay, listen. You don't see me calling any of my friends now. I mean, if you're gonna take it that way, and I just reach behind my back and pull a knife out from my belt. I'm like, listen,
okay.
Now you're making it a threat. Now you're making it harsh. So, like I said, you made away with a couple of things. Let's leave everything back in here. At least give me something. Let's bargain here. And I'm still trying to walk closer to him.
Okay, you see the helicopter flashes a spotlight on you on top of the train.
Okay.
And you hear, "Runner, this is Matador. Please go back into the car. We will not warn you again." And you see the gun start to kind of track you, and you see laser sighting kind of dance around the top of the train.
Okay. I close my eyes and like really tightly, and just hold my arms to myself, and I fall backwards off the train.
Okay. All right. So, everyone is surprised. All right. We will go to Silverjack.
Okay. Let's see here. I'm assuming that the spy bot saw him just kind of just. Hold on a second.
All right, we'll go to Noel Cypher.
Okay, so yeah,
she says,
I was going to make an attack on her while she was going at the drone.
Okay, you see, she says, "All right, sugar, we're done here." And you see she stops throwing basically the Play-Doh, and she says, "I could have hacked it in a couple seconds."
I'm sure you would have, but how do you never even got started?
You would have been able to stop me. Okay, you see she starts to gesture, and you see like a business card comes flying over towards you.
Okay.
And she says, "There's my info. Scan it." You know, she says, "Drop me a com sometime, and maybe we could meet somewhere and talk."
Okay.
All right. You see, she goes flying back towards the tower structure,
Mm-hmm.
and the light turns off on the copter, and she disappears from the matrix.
Okay. So the copter's still there in the matrix. Well, I mean, obviously I can access it or attempt to. Or I'll store the business card for later.
Okay.
But I know, because I still have the link through to his drone stuff, I know they got away with at least 6 of the objects.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's just not acceptable. So in that case, then, instead of attacking her directly, I'll go for the copter.
Okay. All right. So basically, the copter.
What I'm looking to do actually would be to try to. Now you'll have to tell me what kind of role that would be, but to try to take control of it, access its controls. You know.
So here's what you are going to do. You're going to either try to stealthily do that, or just brutishly, quote unquote, virtually brutishly, just break through the defenses and get to the core. The goal in any decking attempt is to get to the core. Once you're in the core, you can do whatever you want to. So you have to either sneak past the defenses or just burst
I'll try to
through.
ghost it this time now, since she's no longer here. Confront.
Okay. So now what you're going to do, it's going to be an opposed roll, an opposed roll.
Okay.
You are going to roll your rigging. I'm sorry, your decking,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to roll for basically the system.
Right. And I have tailored sleeves, so I get a +2 on my ghosting checks while I'm in the matrix.
Okay. So tell me what you get total.
I don't get any bonuses for the deck itself, correct? Just to make sure before I.
No, but you have a load that you can add. So if you have what did you say in your create advantage? Overcome. You got
advantage. I have 2.
Right. So you can add up to 2 to your overcome and use that up from the deck.
Yeah, what the hell? I want to make sure this works. So that would make it. Does that count as a +2 for each one?
Yes.
And that doesn't use my fate points, right? That's using the 2 points.
Yeah, that's 2, but it's gone. It's gone.
Okay.
It's per scene.
Per scene.
Basically. Yeah.
That's fine. That'll give me 10.
Okay. So it got a 3. It got a 1. So you succeed. And let's see what you do. All right, so you've ghosted into the central core. Mm-hmm. So now you can scan their system, you can steal their data, or you can manipulate their systems. So when you manipulate their systems, it's just basically creating aspects on their systems.
Okay.
So you can do that now. You can steal files if you want to. You can look through whatever.
The very first thing I would do is try to, download all of their information, all their data. We can read that later, but I just want to get it.
That's in the helicopter, right?
Yeah.
Because you're in the helicopter's core, not in their like comms and their systems. You're not in
just
her deck.
Anything that they might have in the helicopter. I might be able to figure out where it came from, or if they have any communications they ran through the helicopter.
Okay.
Just pull whatever is there off.
Are you looking for anything specific? Do you wish to declare something? Tell me what you're looking for.
I guess I'd be trying to trace it back to. Well, it probably belongs to them, doesn't it? Actually, I was thinking maybe to trace it back to their Johnson or whoever they're working for.
No, it's listed as theirs.
It's listed as theirs.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
As
well, screw them.
as was.
They took our soul thingy, so screw it. In that case, then I'll change my mind. I will just try to manipulate their systems.
Okay.
I'd like to kill their engines.
Oh wow. Okay, so you put the killed engines aspect on it,
Mm-hmm.
and since that's true, and you're in the core, you can create that advantage.
We'll call it free falling. Okay.
All right, and you just need
So,
a 2.
say again?
You just need a 2. Fair.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I got to roll again. Got it. Cool. Let's see here. So that's again my decking.
Yes.
And do I still get the +2 for ghosting?
You're not ghosting anymore. You're in. You're there. It's just you're creating the
Okay.
aspect.
Okay. That's a 6.
All right. So there you go, and you see the rotors begin to lock up and stop and sputter and make some noises that it wasn't making before, and they begin to go downward. And you see the troll that was on top of the train looks in abject horror
Okay.
as his companions go for free fall. All right, so they descend into the darkness. Silverjack, are you back?
Yeah. Sorry about
Okay.
that. Okay. Well, here's all that. Did our companion is he falling, or did he just kind of like fall like part way and he's like floating or whatever? Because I was gonna
Who?
Saint.
He's floating on the side of the train, out
Okay.
of sight.
Okay. Um. All right.
Okay. You see the troll goes, no, and it echoes throughout this valley. No, 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 no,
All right. Are those other? Do I still have control over? Well, no, I had it on automation, right? So I actually tell. Well, assuming I still have control over it, I tell it to
no. Over what?
um over the rotary drone.
Okay, let me explain it. You've got a rigging of 4,
Right.
right? So you can passively control devices that add up to 4.
Okay.
So what do you got the spy, which is a 1, right?
Right.
And the rotary drone, which is a 3, right?
Yes.
So 3 and 1 is 4. So that adds up to 4. So you are passively controlling those. That means that Silverjack can act normally, and then the drones can act on their own. But
Okay.
they act as their rating. Now, if
Okay.
you choose to inhabit one, Silverjack can no longer act. But he's possessing the drone that he's in.
Okay. So when
And
they're acting on their own, does that just mean that?
they're using their base rating,
Okay. All right.
not your rigging. When you inhabit them, they use your rigging because you're controlling them for everything.
All right. That's fine. But I can still kind of generally passively direct them to what to do. It's just they can only do it so well according to what their rating is.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's fine. Um, Seeing that the main helicopter is dropped out of sight at this point, my goal is to stop the other drones that were taking stuff from it.
Okay.
So,
Well, the one drone is gone.
okay,
There's another drone that's kind of hovering by the troll,
right.
but there's
That's
nothing on it, and he doesn't seem like he's interested in trying to pull more of the vats out. The vats are about 4 feet tall,
hmm
uh, and maybe about 2 feet wide. There's like a circle, like a cylinder, and you can't see what's inside. It's filled with like some type of bluish, luminescent goop,
okay.
so you can't really see what's in there with normal
All right.
vision.
All right, but the one drone, obviously these drones are meant to try to extract these things, so that's kind of my concern. So I'm just gonna shoot the other drone and direct it to basically shoot that other drone as I uh, actually what let's see here. Yeah, I'll have that shoot that other drone.
There's only one drone there.
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. The one drone that I can
Okay.
see.
All right. Go ahead and make a shoot roll for that drone.
Okay, based on its rating, which is good.
And the carrier drone is going to attempt to dodge, and it does so with a 3.
Sweet. Fantastic. 3 over.
All right. So how much damage do you do?
Okay, it does. See, minigun, armor, intimidating. What's the damage on it? Oh, weapon 4.
Okay, so it does 7. All right. So
And it's
you
armor
see the
10.
minigun whines and squeals, and you see the the carrier drone is not built for combat. It's not armored or anything like that. It just gets chewed to pieces, and you see a black cloud
Oh.
and flame falls over the side.
Taking the
And
other astral form, the other.
no, there's
Oh,
nothing
okay.
on this one. The other one
Okay.
is gone. This one is empty.
Okay.
So it goes down, and then all of a sudden you hear an explosion as the copter finally hit the ground below,
Hmm.
and you see kind of like a mushroom cloud of flame uh, and accelerant fuel, etc., kind of wafts up, and then you hear the explosion, kind of rocks everything nearby. All right, Saint, it's on you.
Okay, I'm going to inch my way around under the train, underneath the rail or the maglev rail, and come up on the other side and see if I can grab the troll's ankles
Okay.
and snatch that dude down.
All right. So you're going to try to stealth underneath?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm all right with it.
All right. So go ahead and make a stealth. He's pretty distracted by the stuff that's going on. So I'll give you a +2 to uh, your roll, and he has a fair perception. So go ahead and he's not actually don't add the +2. He's just not going to give active. He's not going to actively resist you. It's going to be passive resistance because he's focused on other things. So his perception is 2, so that's your target number.
All right, I have a average stealth. I'm gonna roll this, and bam, average. +1.
Is he still focused on the chopper that just fell out of the sky?
Yeah, he's focused on
His friends blowing up and everything.
his friends blowing up, but they're also remember the aspects of the scene can be used.
I was also going to say, is the free falling advantage gone then, or?
Once they hit, yeah, they're no longer
I
falling.
just thought maybe they're going
They have the advantage blown the hell up right now.
All right, fair enough.
Now I was seeing if I
It's a
couldn't-
dark but moonlit night, so you can invoke that. It's dark.
yeah, that's none. There aren't any of my aspects that I believe I could invoke. So I will spend a fate point and use the
The darkness.
yes, and I will use the darkness on that, giving me
Okay.
a good result.
All right, so you maneuver yourself to the other side of the train, and you see he's looking down towards where the explosion was, and you see his hands are moving. It looks like he's casting or he's calling something. All right, Manhattan, it's on you.
Okay, so seeing all this go on in the astral more or less, I will clear my head and rise. Is there an access ladder or anything that I can actually grab on to get outside or
So
no?
get up top.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
So
All right.
you get up top, and as you climb up, you see that the troll has what looks like an eye of blue energy that's there. That
He has a what now?
an eye, like a single
Oh,
ocular
okay.
eye
Uh-huh.
made of blue glowing energy
Okay.
that's in between his hands,
Oh,
about the
okay.
size of a basketball.
Okay. Okay. Do I know what that is or that symbolizes? Do I have any idea?
It's probably some type of detection spell.
What is he trying to detect? Okay. All right. We can detect this. Okay. I will. I'll try this. Actually. And is Saint on the car with him?
Not that you see.
Oh, okay. What? Where is he at? Okay. All right. I kind of
It's
glance.
it's dark
Mhm.
and shadowy, so
Well,
he might be
okay.
there. You
All
can't
right.
see him
Oh,
with
okay. All
normal
right.
vision.
So mainly I see the glowing eye. Okay. All right. So what I will do then, maybe I can distract this dude. I don't know what he's doing, but I will cast swarm at him.
Swarm.
Yeah.
Okay. You see, he turns as you are casting. He says, "Why? Why did you have to kill them?"
Please. Nobody told you to come to our party uninvited. You didn't even bring any cake or nothing. And I let him have it.
Okay. All right. So, swarm. What force are you casting it at?
I can only go to 2, so 2.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use a foci, but I'm casting it at 2.
All right. Go ahead and make your magic check. Overcome against. You said you're using the foci.
Yeah, but that doesn't count against my check, right?
No, but it's making the force what?
+1. Or is it
Okay.
+2?
Uh,
It is +1. +1.
okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So target number 2, you said, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Force of
the
2,
force is
right?
2. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So it's going to be a result of 4 + 1, which is 5.
Okay.
So okay. Go
So
ahead.
does that succeed with that succeeds with style?
Okay.
Okay.
All
So
right.
you created the advantage of they're all over me with 2 invokes
Okay. All right. So
on him, right?
yeah, I'm not casting on me. Yeah. Or over. Okay, him.
Yeah. With 2 invokes. So how does it look?
All right. So
You open your mouth and flies come out.
actually that would have been good, but since you took that, no, I can't do it that way. So what I do is I in one hand I have my cane, with the silver dice hanging to it, and I thrust it toward. You said he's an orc, right?
He's a troll.
Troll. I'm sorry. Okay, I thrust it toward in the troll's direction, and in my excuse me, my shaman pouch across my chest, I reach in with my other hand and pull out a handful of old looks like leaves, and I crumple them and let the leaves kind of like just the remnants kind of just like float out of my hand, kind of scatter them in front of me, and then as the leaves scatter, they turn into, let's see, since you took flies away from me, they'll turn into I'll stick with the garbage and the newspaper thing. They turn into a bunch of just like trash, like billowing newspaper and magazine covers and things of that
Just
nature.
blowing around.
And they just blow right, to them and just kind of swirl all around them.
Okay, you see his. Okay, so make your drain against
Okay.
2.
So it's willpower versus 2. Okay, so that will be a 3.
Okay. All right. No drama. Okay. So you see, he starts to swing at the papers and litter and refuse and stuff like that. A soda can appears out of nowhere, hits him upside the head. He's kind of swinging, trying to get his center. He doesn't want to have the stuff knock him over the edge, so he kind of takes a couple of steps back, and you see the basketball eye in his hand kind of winks out of existence because you got him while he was doing what he was doing, and you see he screams, "Oh!"
Do I still see Jack's drone anywhere?
Yeah, it's still there, right?
What is it doing?
It's still
I don't know.
it's basically
just float there?
it's just kind of hovering there, just kind of like like kind of almost twitchily, kind of like turning and kind of like scanning the area for like additional drones that aren't that don't belong to me. And
Okay, so it's not acting. It doesn't appear to be acting erratic, does it?
no.
Okay. Do I see armaments on this drone?
Oh, you see a big
On
ass minigun.
on Joe's drone?
Yeah.
Minigun.
Okay. All right. I scream my last thing. I scream into the comm link. I say, Jack, what the hell are you doing? Blast them. Okay.
Okay, now that you're up there, you hear, remember I said one of the scene aspects was what's that damned beeping? You hear beep, 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 coming from the first car, the main car, the head car. The beeping appears to be coming from there. All right, Null Cipher,
Yes.
what are you doing? You hear two explosions outside, and you're like, hey.
I smile at the first one because I think I know what it was.
Oh, you know.
And the second one, then, of course, was the drone. I can still see through what's his name, Jack's drone, right?
You can see through his drones if he allows you to do so, sure.
And
only the spy bot. Don't want to let him see through because that's the one he asked about. I didn't let him any access to the other one.
mm-hmm. And do I hear this beeping as well?
You are inside the car,
Yeah.
so no. You wouldn't hear it unless you're outside.
It doesn't come through the spy bot, no?
Actually, sure. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Okay. That doesn't sound good. I'll just say on the comic, you guys know what that beeping is? Is this train gonna blow up?
You tell us. You're the technology expert.
Well, you can't access that main car, right? Because it's sealed. Is there any way I can try to? There's no way to try to hack into it, I presume. It's like sealed off, or?
I will allow you to. Okay, so you start running some subroutines and
Yeah.
checking, and it's a closed system,
Mm-hmm.
but you
Is there any way
do
to crack it open?
well, no. With a closed system, you have to actually get on site and jack into the closed system. But you're getting a ping from it.
Oh.
But it's not. You're getting a ping from it when you shouldn't. You should not be getting a ping.
Okay, so I got to get up there.
Well, you have a ping, which means that your wireless is working and you're able to maybe access it remotely.
I'll give it a shot.
You shouldn't get a ping at all.
I'll try to get into that. See what I can find out.
Okay. All right. So, are you hacking? Are you cracking, or are you ghosting?
Oh, I might as well ghost again just in case. I don't know if there's another decker up there or something. So.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and make your check, and I will make my check.
Okay, I got a 6 again.
And I got a 4. So you got 2 over. All right, so you're making your way towards the central core.
Mm-hmm.
And basically you see in your virtual reality that there is a battering ram that blasted the side of the door of the train,
Somebody's
and it made like a crack in the side of the armor to where you can actually almost access the central core.
excellent. Well, that'll be what I'll be
So,
doing next week.
so you go over there and you're trying to move over. You're trying to move towards the central core.
Yep.
But you see these orbs, these black orbs, are flying all around the place. Are flying all around the central core. And you see they look and they shine like a light in front of them, a cone light, and the light turns off and they are circling the central core on high alert, looking for anyone that's trying to get into the central core. You bypassed a couple of them, and as you move towards the central core, you see that there are 4 more that you need to bypass.
Okay. Okay. That'll be my next action then.
Okay, Saint, it's on you.
All right.
Did Joe act? Did Silverjack act?
I don't think so. Last thing I did was blast the drone.
Okay, go ahead and what do you want to do?
All right. Well, seeing as Manhattan is directing me to
No, don't blame
take
me.
out the truck. You did say that. Don't say it by me. All right. I'm gonna actually. Mm, I mean, I guess for me, I'm thinking like, there's really no reason to kill him because, well, he's defeated. There's no way that they can win. But no, actually, I'm not gonna shoot him down. I actually move the drone, had the drone move over to him, and I actually tell him to stand down. That you're beat.
Okay, you see he drops down to his knees, and it looks like he's crying, and he holds his hands up.
All right. And so there you go, Manhattan. Go ahead and
Trick.
Why did you guys have to do it?
It's a bluff.
It's only money.
You know how we do.
All right, Saint. So you see Saint, he's creeping up behind him. What are you going to do?
Oh, I see Saint creeping up behind him.
Saint, that's your action.
Oh, Saint.
You see the drone is in front of him, and it's got like some flashlights illuminating the scene, the troll. You see he's on his knees with his hands up in the air. Looks like tears are falling from his gruff eyes. He's got, horns filed sharply and calcified protrusions from his face. He doesn't seem to see you.
Taking out a troll would add to my rep right about now. Impress these guys, but I'm not. I mean, taking somebody out from behind like that's a little bit. That's kind of rough. I'm gonna slide my way down the side of the train and make my way to the front end, and hope and pray that this beeping sound does not go off. And I'm going to see if there's some kind of way to make an entrance to the front of it.
Okay.
Front car.
You get to the front car and you see that the beeping looks like an arrow sticking in the side of the actual train. There's an arrow, and on the the head is submerged in the metal of the vehicle, and on the vanes, the other side, you see that there's some type of transmitter device. And it's blinking kind of red.
Okay. I'm kind of like do like an internal count to 5. I don't know how long it's got to last. Pull a knife from my belt and try to wedge the arrow out.
Okay. So you grab the knife and wedge the arrow out, and as you do that, null cipher, you get dumped out of the network.
Ouch. Do I take stress from that, or?
No, you just get dumped out. Your whatever was allowing the transmission into the closed system is now gone.
Does the train resume movement?
No, it's rebooting.
Okay.
I'm assuming the arrow was like explosive or something. So
No.
Well, I don't know that.
Well,
I'm
you don't
saying
know that, yeah, but it's no longer
Right.
beeping too.
Oh, okay. Okay. Do I smell anything funny coming from the train? Like, I don't
No,
know.
but you feel that the humming is resuming, the
Okay.
hum, and it looks like the lights on the undercarriage and on the side are kind of flashing, and it looks like it's resuming or rebooting to resume its transport. And you can see the top of the cargo car has been, torch welded off, burnt off, and you know that 6 of the vats were taken by the drone.
I really want to find out what they were trying to take.
Well, you could
I
jump down into the second car is accessible right now because they cut it open, so you can get in there and see what's going on if you want.
I'll do that and or make my way into the top of the second car and let the other guys go.
Okay, Manhattan.
Man, this orc that's a troll rather. I don't know why I keep calling it orc. The troll that's there weeping or whatever. Um, he's still a troll, So after I saw that Saint kind of just ignored him and just went about his business, I kind of stand there blinking for a second, and I kind of struggle with myself because the streets are always watching, and
You never really gangway.
right. This is another crew that basically, with the okay of Frenchie, tried to take us out, or punk us more or less, So I will dispel the whirlwind,
Saint.
Nah, the
Oh, the
swarm
swarm. Okay, the
spell.
swarm.
Yeah, the swarm
They're all
spell.
over me.
Yeah, and I'll walk over to this troll, and I'll stand there with my arms crossed, and I'll ask him. I'll say,
You see, he has like beads, and he's got some foci
mhm,
on him, and you see, he's got a heavy pistol. He's wearing
mhm,
like a Kevlar vest.
okay.
You see, he
I'll
looks up at you.
I'll
He says,
swallow.
You come to gloat.
No, I come for some information. I heard that you guys actually got the okay from Mr. French to jack us of this job. Is that true?
Says, I don't know of Mr. French.
Who gave you the job?
R. Johnson.
I frown and I say, look, man, I say things could go a lot worse for you right now, so it's to your advantage to give me some information, or I got no use for you.
Says, I don't know what you want. I can't tell you what I don't know. He says, what's your name?
I smile and say, you don't need, you don't need. I tell him, I say, Manhattan is my name. It's best that you remember that too.
Okay, you see his eyes kind of narrow.
Okay.
He says, there's no reason to kill me.
Exactly. So give me something. Tell me something I need to know.
We were
Yeah.
supposed to get the vats and take them to Metro City Dockside. That's where
Okay.
the meet was going to happen.
Is that where the other drone? That's where the other drone took him?
Yes.
Okay. Is there any specific address or whatever that we need to know to find
For
him?
what?
To find out the exact location of where the drone's going? Dockside.
We're supposed to meet a guy named Ortega.
Okay.
who's going to we were supposed to unload the gear, the cargo, and then we get paid.
Okay.
They're all dead now. They're all dead.
I look around and I say, well, being that you can't, or I don't think you
You
can
see the
fly.
car starts moving.
Yeah, right. I don't know if you can fly or not, and you looking at you sure as hell probably can't swim. What do you suggest I do with you now?
Okay, you see he swallows deeply and loudly.
Yeah.
He says, I won't be a problem for you.
All right. Okay.
I'd like to compel.
Here we
You never
go.
really are out of the gang life.
Okay,
Yeah,
this
but
should
what
be
does that
benefit.
mean, though?
And you can't trust this guy. He's a rival. You can't let him stay on the train with us.
And I'll also compel DBJ's Nuevo Nostra Costa Nostra. So the new thing of ours, you know how this really needs to go down. Witnesses and people who can come back and antagonize you at a later time need to be mitigated as much as possible.
Okay.
So you need to either do it or speak up in defense of having it done.
All right.
It being flatlining, geeking, whatever the vernacular is.
You hate Trojan.
A Manhattan. Listen, I'm new to
the okay.
Yeah, I said, listen, I'm new to the crew, and I don't want to overstep my bounds, but maybe I need to step forward and prove myself. I'll do it. I'll do this, guy. I mean,
you see the train is moving at about 30 kilometers per hour now.
Okay.
Not terribly fast, but it's going to be picking up speed pretty soon.
Okay. I'll tell him, hey man, you got to do what you got to do, and you get nothing but big props from me to do it. And I'll kneel down to the troll and put my hand on his shoulder, and I'll tell him, I'll say, that's okay, big guy. Pretty soon you won't have to worry about another thing. Everything's gonna be all right. And I'll wait for the blow from from Saint.
All right, you see he looks, he says, so you're going to let me go? And he's looking at Manhattan.
Your spirit's going to be free, bro.
And I come behind him, take a knife, put it right in the base of his skull.
He drops to the ground.
Nah, he rolls off the train.
You see Saint kind of put two hands around his big, huge head and just chokes him out. The knife slides up into his cerebral cortex and slides back out in a practice motion. It's not the first time that he's done that, obviously. You see, and the blood just splatters all over his hands as the body of the troll falls off the moving train and into the ravine below.
All right, I'll nod to him and say, what had to be done is what had to be done.
All right, so Null Cypher, you know that you guys are not going to get paid if you don't have the cargo. So you got to figure out a way to recover cargo. Most of it isn't all of it. So, that's like, you get a 6-piece chicken McNugget and they're like, well, there are 2 in here. Well, you got both. You got a couple of them. You're okay. I'm like, no, dude, I just paid for 6. So you guys have to figure out a way to try to recover these whatever they are. You guys still haven't checked to see, unless you want to check and see.
Did Saint get a chance to actually eyeball anything?
Do you want to check and see?
Yeah, I want to see, but hey, guys, I'm not a scientist or anything. What the hell is this stuff?
Are they in sealed? You said they're in sealed containers.
Yeah, they're sealed cylinders that has like some kind of uh, blue phosphorescent material inside,
Yeah.
and the glass or the plastic, whatever's on the outside, is kind of like humid. So you would have to wipe it off, and if you wiped it off, you may be able to see what's inside.
Whatever it is, it's alive.
I
So
look for any identifying marks, poison, radiation, biohazard.
No, they're oddly nondescript. There's not even a corp manufacturer of the actual cylinders that they're in. There's no corp stamp on anything in here. But you see that there are 21 cylinders all about, and they're attached by their base to some type of computer system.
Are they some kind of spirit or something?
I don't know. You gotta wipe the glass.
like I said, it's a lot. They're alive, whatever they are. I don't know what they are.
All right, I'll wipe it away.
All right. As you wipe it away, you see that in the one that you wiped, it's a girl, an Asian girl who's an elf, is floating in the jelly. And
Oh, so they think these things are coffin sized.
Hey,
Okay,
yeah,
I didn't know
well,
they were
I
that
mean,
big. Okay.
yeah, 4 feet.
I
think
don't
so.
know. I might have missed it.
4 feet.
Okay.
Yeah. So she looks to be like maybe 10 or 11 years old.
Oh, okay. What are we, body trafficking here? What are organ leggers or something? I didn't sign up for this.
Why did you say that was against your principles or something, and you just did what you did back there? Why are you so sensitive about this?
Well, I didn't fill out an application or nothing, guys. But come on now.
Running
What
is
are we
running.
doing here? This was your friend that hired us to do something. 10 grand. That's not worth it to take some, I don't know, kids or something in a bottle and I don't know. Look, this is just a little too hinky for me. I need to be in my own thoughts, man.
I
Just leave me
thought
alone.
you were down for the life, man.
Hey kids, I hate to break up the the little philosophical debate that you guys are having, but you might want to consider getting back either getting back inside the car here, or us somehow departing this thing so we can get the rest of that the stuff that they took.
well, we can't just get off
So,
the rail, so we need to arrange
yeah. So Manhattan,
extraction.
who's all in the cargo car?
I am.
Okay. So
And
you see the little computer system that everything is connected to via
I'm not in the cargo car. I
these,
apologize. I'm in the other car. I'm sorry.
you're in
He's
the
in the
third
car,
car,
man,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I haven't moved like 5 feet this whole game.
Okay. But you don't have to. That's the beauty of it. All right. So you wipe off another one, Saint, and you see that it's an exact twin of the first girl.
See?
That-
Clones.
exactly, that's what I'm saying.
And then you wipe another one, and it's a third one. And as you frantically start wiping a fourth one, and a fifth one, and a sixth one, and a seventh one, they're all identical. All 21 that you wipe away are identical. And you see the last one that you wipe away, you see it cracked, and some of the liquid is spilling out onto the floor. And as you wipe away the condensation, you see the girl's eyes open up, and her eyes are a glowing green, and she starts banging on the glass, and she's trying to talk, but it's full of liquid, and the liquid is oxygenated, obviously, in her lungs and everything else, and she's screaming, and she's freaking out, and then she just stops,
Stops.
and her eyes roll back. Her eyes roll back and close.
I try to frantically like unlock it or I don't know, dump the fluid, or I have no no talents with, machinery.
Well, there's no door or anything. Everything's hooked up to this computer. But it looks like she's expired.
I still try to bang on the glass with the hilt of a knife or something like that to try to just feebly, help her out,
Right.
save her life or something.
All right. So you shatter the plastic glass,
Okay.
and all of the liquid kind of floats out. It's kind of gelatin consistency, and the girl just flops like a fish onto the ground. She's naked. Like I said, she's about 10 or 11. She's an Asian elf girl,
Wow.
and she just drops down to the ground. She looks a little malformed, as if she hasn't eaten or, you know.
Malnourished.
All right, so you guys are moving pretty quickly now.
Yeah, I wanted to see about making a call.
Okay, to whom?
Well, use one of my contacts. Try to see if I can arrange an extraction to get us back to the dockland so we can get the other.
Well, the train is going to Metro City, and the train will actually move faster than that drone could ever go. So
But is that that's where the
chances,
place is that the drone supposedly went, right?
yeah, yeah. So
Oh.
you guys are headed there now, and you'll probably beat the drone there,
Okay. Right.
because the drone is probably going about 50 kilometers per hour, which is not fast at all.
For some reason, I thought that the drone was going back where we came from. I don't know why I thought that. But.
No. It's going ahead to basically to Detroit. The train is supposed to go to Toronto. So Metro City is Detroit, so it's going to go through Metro City and head on to Ontario.
Okay. And there's no way, we don't know any way that we can stop this train.
Right. So I mean, we won't be able to go to the meet out because the train will keep going and leave us behind, right? Basically.
Unless we can figure out a way to stop it.
Okay.
Yes. Unless you find a way to stop it. Yes.
Would he?
Well, they stopped it, so can't we do the same thing that they did?
Well, they had that device.
We still have it, so can you look at it?
Are we still discussing giving these
Do we still have it?
women to whoever it is going to pay for us to watch this stuff?
Yeah.
You see your comm starts
Women
to
and
go
kids.
off. Saint's comm goes off.
We're discussing getting paid, Saint.
Look, women and kids are civilians, and these look like both. They don't have anything to do with our lifestyle. And I answer my comm.
Giacomo? This is Marietta. Where are you?
Listen, Mary,
Girl.
I'm a little busy right now.
Okay, you see, who is it? Null Cipher. You see a tracer on Saint's comm.
Saint.
Trace, incoming trace. 30%. 50%.
Hang up, Saint. Hang up.
70%.
Can I fry
You
his
told me what to do.
comlink?
Okay, make a decking check against two.
Talking to my lady now. You mind your business.
I'll do not the
Good.
No, don't worry about it. Okay, so you hit the switch, and Saint, your comlink just sputters and bursts into like a flame, and then gets hot and drops to the ground.
What the hell? And I look around and then just look straight at Null, like, what the hell did you do?
It's gonna mess your contract, your deposit.
Okay, so
I'll buy you a new one after we get paid for delivering these slave girls.
No, don't call them that.
we haven't decided whether we're selling anybody yet. Don't you remember us having that conversation?
Maybe they're part of a research experiment for maybe some type of disease or something. We can't just assume.
Okay, so now you guys are approaching Metro City, and you'll be basically in Metro City for the next 20 minutes or so as you rocket past it on the way to Toronto. So you guys, if you're going to get off, now is the time to do so.
Well, so we just jump off this speeding train?
If we jump off, that means we gotta find out what else is going on and attempt to meet the train.
You got anything
again.
there that can help us out, Manhattan?
I say, I'm gonna see what I can do, and I jack into my vehicle, my the big vehicle.
Mhm.
I know it's probably not gonna really keep up with them too much, but the other thing too is I'm gonna, let's see here, I'm jacking into that, but then I also want to have the big rotary
You
drone.
can't because one is 3. They both are 3.
Okay.
So that would equal 6. You can you can jack into one, but you wouldn't be able to passively control. You can't control both of them. You'd be able to drive the vehicle normally and have the rotor drone going, but if you were to passively control it or try to jack into it, you don't have enough rigging.
Obviously, we gotta make a choice. Either we try to figure out what the hell is going on and looking at Saint do the good thing and get these other clones from this warehouse before they get taken to who knows where, or we stay on the train and show up with a third or half of our agreement and probably don't get paid anything at all anyway. And
Well, well, I say unlike the rest of you non-German types, I said I prefer to live up to my rep. So I'm gonna jack into the copter, and I'm gonna suggest that if anybody wants to get off this crazy ride, that they hang on while I try to get us down to ground level, and then I'll try to pull up our my other vehicle later once we get off this train.
Yeah, I'm with the dwarf for a change.
What are you trying to do? I don't understand.
He's using the
use
drone to lift you guys off.
Right. But
okay.
it's not normally. Yeah, it's gonna have to be like, all right, I'm gonna control it. You have to basically hold on to like the minigun portion of it.
How about I just
lifts us up.
levitate myself off and you all can can hang on to that remote control thing.
Hey, whatever floats your boat.
So to move it along, you guys, through a series of levitations and good old-fashioned holding on to drones, you guys land in Metro City, on the outskirts of Metro City, and the APC, Silverjack's APC, is there waiting, and you guys climb inside and make your way towards Dockside, the part of town that is, of course, very next to the dock.
What was the
it's amazing how that happens.
Say
again?
What is his department?
Hermetic Studies.
Hermetic Studies.
Decorated member of Delta Omicron Alpha fraternity. Okay. All right. And through using your fly spy, Silverjack notices 2 trucks, more about the size of some vans, and there appear to be like a bunch of armed and armored mercenary guys standing about, looking furtively like they're waiting for something. The aspects of the scene are under the boardwalk, cargo boxes stacked high, and noisy even at night. There's ships that are coming and going, making all kinds of noises, so it could be a little difficult to hear. There are boxes, you know how the train cars, they stack the train cars up. They're stacked up all around here too, and you see these big, huge, massive cranes that they use to pick stuff up. And there looks like, even right now, it's probably about 3 o'clock in the morning, it looks like there is activity going on, because there's always some activity going on in the docks. So as you guys stand there, you see the drone descends out of the sky. And
I tried to ghost into the Matrix again.
okay, hold on, let me frame the scene
Oh,
first.
sorry.
All right, so the drone drops out of the sky, out of the night sky, and you see the Merc guys start to unload the vats, and they put 3 in one truck and 3 in the other. And you see there's one guy that looks like he's boss. You know, he's ordering the other guys around, and he says, you know, we need to get these back as quickly as possible. The master demands it. So, all right, action. Null cipher. You see the cars or the trucks. I know, but I couldn't let that happen. The trucks gas up, and they begin to roll off.
Okay, well, in that case, then I will try to hack into the lead truck.
Okay. All right. It is a fare, so it's going to attempt to. Are you ghosting into it, or are you just breaking into it?
No, I'm ghosting into it because they haven't been alerted to our presence yet.
Okay.
So my roll is a 4. Great.
And it got a
Let's see.
2.
Oh yeah, I don't have any fate points or anything anyway, so yeah, that's all I get. There we go.
Okay, so you got 2 over.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you are almost to the central core of the vehicle, of that vehicle, and then all of a sudden you see the 2 vehicles one takes a right, one takes a left, and they start going in different directions.
Okay, which one?
All right,
the one on the right or left?
You got the lefty.
Get
right.
far on the right. Don't let it get away. I've got the left one.
All right, DBJ, what does Saint do? You guys are in Silverjack's APC, and I assume Silverjack, you follow them up to the point to where they split. So now you have their option of following the left or the right.
All right, well, I'm going to follow the right.
Okay.
Since he said he's got a hold of the one on the left.
Okay, so DBJ, what is Saint doing?
Riding shotgun in the APC.
Okay, and Manhattan, what is Manhattan doing?
If possible, I am going to begin to call out for a spirit.
Okay.
So
go ahead and make your conjuring.
Okay. All right, so let's see. All right.
What type of spirit are you summoning?
A wisp.
A wisp.
Yeah,
or
wisp.
a drudge?
Wisp, because wisp, our aerial, drudge is our foot, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Okay. So let me roll and see what I get. Oh, I will spend a fate point and invoke my human urban spiritualist in order to re-roll that.
Okay.
Because I don't think I can do any worse than that, hopefully. And okay. So that will be a 3.
Okay. And the wisp is a fair?
Okay. All right.
Sorry. Let me see. I believe it is. Are you looking at it now?
Nope. You know exactly where to look, so.
Conjuring. A wisp is average, so Just need an average 0.
Okay.
Okay. So you see the wisp pops into existence. What does it look like?
Uh, what does it look like? I'll say it looks like a mass of kind of like swarming kind of tendrils of some sort, you know, kind of just
Right.
kind of going in and out of each other.
Okay. You see it. It's floating in the air and kind of pulsing, and it looks almost like a wet, dirty mop, and as the tendrils are kind of flapping all about.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I will instruct the wisp to follow the truck that is ahead of us. I guess the second one that we're following.
The right
The
one?
right one, yeah. And I'm going to, just so you know, I'm going to try to use it to obstruct the vision of the driver when I get a chance.
Well, the wisp it's a spirit entity.
Yep.
It's not physical. So
Right.
it
Oh, so
doesn't
only
really,
I can see it?
yeah, it doesn't have any like
So what quote unquote good is it for? Or
spine,
what is it?
see through
Ah,
it,
really? Okay, that's fine.
you
Okay, that's
go
fine.
through
Okay.
walls.
So you know what then? I'll have it go into the cabin of the front of the truck and listen in on the driver.
Okay.
See if
Now
that's
somebody who has astral sight could see it there
okay, that's fine.
and say, "Hey, we're being watched."
Okay.
But hopefully none of them do.
Okay, that's
All
cool.
right. So DBJ is riding shotgun, Joe's driving. All right. So now they get to act. Okay, they're going to Joe or well, they see the big APC that's following them. I was gonna make a roll, but I mean the thing is huge, so they begin to gun it. So now it's going to turn into a challenge.
Okay.
Hey, so you are driving, and in order for them to reach their destination, they need 4 successes. What are you trying to do?
Let's see here.
Are you just keeping up with them? Are you trying to?
Well, I guess try to keep up with
Okay,
them.
so if they get 4 successes, they will evade you.
Come on, man, pit maneuver or something.
They'll evade you.
Ramming speed, something.
All right,
All
so
right.
we'll
Okay.
go back. Okay, so so they'll make a drive check, and since you're not jacked into, you didn't say you were jacked into
No.
the APC, right?
No.
Okay, so you make a drive check too.
Okay.
Oh
All
wow,
right.
they got a 4.
That's not good for me. Let's see here. My drive skill, I think, is a 2. All right. Nope.
What did you get?
I got a 1.
Okay, so they got a 4, so they succeed with style, and they move 2 of the 4 ahead of you. So you see, and they've moved into a part of town called the Pines, which is pretty affluent. So if it's possible that it could alert police or anything like that. So, all right, Noel Cipher, it's on you.
Okay, so I don't have full control of
No,
that
you're
other
not
van
to the
yet, do I?
central core yet. You sleezed your way past some of the firewalls, but there's still one more barrier obstructing you from taking control of the central core.
All right, time to finish what I started then. I got a 4 again.
Okay, and they got a 2, 3. All right, so you got one over. Okay, so you sleaze past the last firewall, but you're not quite at the central core just yet. So on your next action, you'll be able to access the central core.
Yep.
But right now, it's not. All right, Manhattan, you doing anything? Saint, you guys doing anything?
Mm,
The Silverjack, is trying to keep up with the truck, but his APC is built for combat. It's
Do I
not
just
built.
see him driving? Is he actually jacked in, or is he just driving it?
No, he's just
Come on,
driving.
his legs
I
barely reach.
kicked him. I kicked the back of.
Who, Joe? You mean Silverjack or the guy
Talking
that
about
you got?
Silverjack. Talking about Silverjack.
Yeah, Silverjack is driving
I
that.
kick the back of his chair and go, "What are you doing? Are you trying to let this? Are you trying to ruin this for us or
I
what?"
say, relax there, buddy. I say, before you get your panties in a twist, I said, calm yourself down. I said, don't worry, they're not going nowhere.
Has the wisp reached the
They make
has
a
the
change.
wisp?
Yeah, the wisp is in the truck with them.
Okay. Are they saying anything of note that
They're
may aid
not
us?
talking.
Really?
They have no. Yeah, they're just
Do they
kind
look
of.
like just grunts? Just paid off
Well, they look like
thugs?
well disciplined, well trained. No, they don't look
Oh,
like
really?
thugs. They look like
Okay.
straight mercs.
Okay.
Obviously they're professionals or whatever. However, the guy that's sitting in the back seat is the boss.
Oh, he is? Okay.
And as you look through the spirit, you see he looks at the spirit and smiles, and you see a tongue that's like 14 inches long, kind of shoots out almost like a toad and goes back into his mouth as he smiles.
Ah, okay. All right. Okay.
He obviously sees the Watcher spirit.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. All right. So
I need a bio. 1 sec.
All right.
Detonate the Watcher spirit.
I don't know if he'll. Yeah, I don't know if he'll let me do that. Well, I thought I thought in Shadowrun you could actually cast spells through spirits or something at one time, but I don't know. But it doesn't matter if the dwarf can not lose this truck. I'll mana blast it and hopefully be able to.
Well, my intent next round is to basically jack into both the truck and the spy bot, and use the spy bot to basically give me an advantage over, and essentially kind of maneuver in a position where I cut him off.
Right, so you can see what's going on up ahead and stuff.
Right.
Okay, I like that better than me blindly firing.
Well, you should do that.
Because it's got.
You should do that too.
Yeah, if I quit getting compelled by somebody, yeah, I will.
I don't have any pay points, so I can't compel you.
Yeah,
Somebody get a fate point so we can find a ramp-like object and jump in the air and like beat them off at the.
There we go. Why not? Yeah. Okay. Actually, you know what? That's a good idea, man.
Oh my God.
Good idea. Traffic.
Somebody's backyard and across their swimming pool or something.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
They're hauling ass, and obviously the boss mercenary has spotted the Watcher spirit, though he seems a little bit nonplussed by it. He gives the I have a 2-foot-long tongue response, and the mysterious tongue finds itself back into his mouth as he gives a wry smile.
All right, so we were discussing our stratagem, and here's what I'll do then.
Oh, you guys have one of those?
Yeah, as an actual action, then I will attempt to spend a fate point to wrench narrative control slightly away from the GM. And possibly have some. You said we were in a residential neighborhood, or what?
Or
well-to-do.
It's an affluent area. Yeah, it's a well-to-do.
Okay. Let's say that all of a sudden a bunch of cross traffic, including a limousine, pulls out or is across the roadway.
Okay, so a cavalcade of some kind goes down the street.
Yeah.
Maybe it's actually a funeral procession.
Okay.
And you see the truck comes to a stop.
Okay. And 2 guys came to piano across the street. No.
Right. Where they going?
Go right through that.
Okay, so that will give you 2 successes. So you've caught up to him.
Okay.
So you see the truck is up ahead as Silverjack's APC slides in behind them ominously.
Put.
Whoops.
All right.
Ran that motherfucker.
All right. So you see, right, the last of the procession goes by, and they go hauling off. And Joe, you're going to have to.
I'm jacking in. That just lets you know. That's one of the things.
Okay, so that's going to be your action. You're going to take your action to jack in.
I'm jacking into that vehicle and my spy bot.
Okay. No, you can only jack into one thing.
Oh, one thing at a time.
You can passively control up to your.
Oh,
rigging.
okay. Okay, never mind. So I can still passively control the drone. But no, I know if I'm jacked in, that's it. I can't control anything else. Right.
Right. You can only jack into one thing and control.
All right, never mind. I'll just jack into the vehicle so it'll help me drive better.
Okay, so that's going to be your action. So they're going to make a roll, meaning that you're not going to roll to keep up with them, right? Because you're jacking in.
I had no choice. Yeah.
Okay. All right. They will roll.
And they're 2 out of 4 already?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they get 2.
That's it.
All right. So yeah, they jet off. All right. Null Cipher, your action.
Okay, so now I've got the core of this vehicle, yeah?
Yes, you are at the core, and here's what you can do. You can scan system. Here, let me do this. It's probably easier this way. All right.
Oh, shit.
Guess not. Yeah, sorry about that. All right, you can here. This is probably the true easier way. Where?
System scan, steal data.
Here.
Manipulate the system.
Okay. So you can system scan, get a picture of what's going on. You could declare aspects per net success of the roll. So you'll basically create an advantage. So you make a roll, and however many successes you get to declare one thing that's true about the system. You can steal data, copy it, whatever, and you can manipulate, which is basically creating aspects. Plant a virus as an aspect, turn off light security cameras, turn on fire extinguishers, etc.
Manipulate. Would I be able to manipulate the system to, I don't know, say, hit the gas and crank the wheel?
Yeah. All of that would be part of the system, so you could definitely do that. Is that what you want to do?
At all what's around the area, or no? Do they have
Say again?
this thing?
What's that?
Like, do they have cameras on the vehicle?
On this vehicle, yeah, I would think that in 2077 there's all-around cameras.
So what kind of neighborhood is this one in?
This one is actually in the same neighborhood. It just went a different route.
Okay. What kind of buildings do I see nearby? Like just the immediate area? Is there maybe?
You see like Victorian-style houses. They're not true Victorian-style houses, but they were built in like the early 80s and 90s to emulate the Victorian houses, and
right.
They're pretty large, nice manicured lawns, etc.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to do exactly what I said. I'm going to manipulate the system, and I'm going to try to create the advantage of wrecked vehicle. I'm going to crank the wheel.
Okay, so hold on. I'm going to say you can't create an advantage of wrecked vehicle. The vehicle has to wreck itself.
Right.
So you can try to overcome it or you can basically you can create an advantage called out of control.
Mhm.
And if it's out of control, then of course it
Right.
will probably crash into something.
Yep. Okay. Like I said, flooring the pedal to the metal and cranking the wheel all the way to the right.
But also remember that you have control over its engine block, everything. You could just shut it down. You could blow it. You could do whatever you want. Vehicles now in 2015 are highly computerized. Extrapolate out to 2077, and everything in the car is computerized.
Oh yeah, but I know there's armed guards in there, so I'm going to try to crash it into one of these buildings.
Okay, so you create the out of control aspect, or do you want to actively try to steer it?
I'll try to actively steer it.
Okay. I will allow you to use your decking to make an attack on the vehicle itself by smashing it into a tree or a house or something. So go ahead and make your action. I'll resist with the physique of the vehicle, which I will say is good.
I got a
It's nothing special.
legendary.
Wow. All right, and I got a 4. So you crash it to Hades. You got a legendary, which is what?
+8.
+8, and they got a 4, so you got 4 over. So everybody inside takes 4 shifts of damage.
Wow.
That's going to be enough to terminate everybody inside.
Roll
Okay.
over
So you,
4 times.
yeah, a couple times over.
Just make note of the location of that vehicle so we can go back and pick it up when we get done with this other one.
Well, it smashes into the wall of a house and just a loud screech and explosion.
Oh,
And it's
shit.
on fire, and people come running outside of their house to see what's going on.
Okay.
So, woo! All right, so Joe, this guy, he takes off. So make your roll against. No, actually, you had to jack in. So they basically have escaped. You see that they make their way to the University of Metro City, and they are driving along. You lose them on a place called Fraternity Row. You just don't see the truck anymore.
Okay.
And you come
Nice
to a
job.
stop, and
Nice job.
But we're
you're kind of looking around, and you see that there's some kids out partying, and you see they're drinking, and there's music and everything else. Lots of nightlife. You see the augmented realities are popping in, so you can see, Pike House and, all these other houses over here on Fraternity Row. At the end of the road, there's a hill, and there's a very old style house that looks like a bird in a nest that's kind of sitting over all of the other houses.
okay.
So
But you don't see your truck at all.
where's the spirit at?
So you look through the spirit's
Of
eyes.
course, because I gotta pick up the slack.
So
Whatever.
you guys go through a gate, and you're at some large house, and you see the mercenaries pull out the 3 cylinders.
Yeah, right there,
And
over there.
they're bringing them into a basement. And then you see these guys that are dressed in like yellow robes, cowled up, take the
Gotta be kidding.
they take the casks, 2 at a time. They take the cylinders and carry them down, and they close the door. And you see the guard, the mercenary guys, are kind of standing outside, and you see the boss guy touches his ear, and you see he looks up, and you can see there are like cameras all around on the outside of the property.
Now, what do you make of that? Actually, what do I make of that?
Nothing good. So the the Watcher Spirit sees Delta, Omicron, Alpha.
What do you mean he sees that?
He sees the Greek letters,
Oh,
Delta,
okay.
Omicron, Alpha.
Sees
Dead
them where?
on arrival?
Say again?
Is that dead on arrival?
Very smart.
Sees them where?
On the wall of the house.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. I don't know. Maybe they're part of a sacrifice or something. These freaks are gonna take these clones and kill them.
And Noel Cipher, you know that the DOA house is one of the most, or the most affluent house, one of the most affluent fraternities all around. The sons of like senators and high corp execs and things like that. They've got tons of money, tons of pull. They are decadent, do whatever. They're basically like the Skulls.
Yep. I'll share that information. And I'll also add that we have another problem. The vehicle carrying the other 3 pods has crashed not too far away from here.
How did that happen?
Well, things. But it's kind of on fire, and there will probably be emergency services on their way imminently.
Hearing that, I kind of shake my head. I'm like, and you're worried about me not keeping up with those guys. And I step on the gas and I start heading towards the location he tells me wherever this is at.
All right, so you cruise up to a gate and you see that they have armed security guards outside of the gate leading to the fraternity house.
Oh no, I meant going to where the crash was, so we could
We don't want the other clones to burn out.
Okay, they're burned up.
Shit! All right,
What?
They're gone. They took too much damage.
All right, never mind.
Okay. You see that with the spy drone, so you don't waste your time.
All right, well, son of a bitch. There was this black cat. It ran out in the road.
I'm like, okay, I shut Cypher out of my spy drone at that point, and I turned to her and I turned
Rage quit.
I'm like,
now,
yeah.
Now, Saint, remember that you are University of Metro City Law, class of '76.
Yeah. I was just thinking that maybe I could make a figure out if there's been any rumors about this fraternity.
Oh, I'm sure there's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of rumors. They do what they want and have their parents clean up the messes that they make. Nothing sticks because they give probably billions of dollars of new yen to the university as a whole for research. So money talks, bullshit walks.
Yeah. And they have a habit of talking about the Ciccione family. Well, okay.
They actually tried to recruit you, but for whatever reason you weren't interested, and they took that as a took it as a slight.
I didn't appreciate the way they party.
Not hard enough.
Too hard.
Oh no! Taking advantage of the ladies and stuff. I have to do that.
In
Ladies
more ways
love
than
me.
one. Yeah, they did, designer drugs, and they did all types of below the table things. So as you guys pull up nearby, you see that there's a wrought iron gate, and there's security patrolling the grounds of the house. Security at the gate, and they have, tactical uniforms on and AK assault rifles. So you see, as you guys kind of pull up, see they're looking, with interest over at you guys.
Keep going.
Really?
Drive casual. Drive casual.
Okay, I just keep driving on by.
Okay, so you just drive on by. So you can't. You have to go through a gate, a guard gate in order to get into the actual grounds for the house.
Guard gate. Dude, let's hop ourselves over the fence. Somebody cut the
And there,
cameras. What are we waiting around for?
I don't know. I think Silverjack wants to just go right through the front gate and just let him unload on us, right?
Is
Oh
that
my
the plan?
All right. Like I said, I wasn't driving up to the gate. I was driving by the.
I didn't say you drove up to the gate and stopped.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm kind of driving around to
But
kind of like.
you're in an APC, so you're very conspicuous. Remember that.
Right. I know that. That's why I'm driving by.
Well, it doesn't
And
matter. You're on a college campus driving an armored APC around. You're very conspicuous.
all right. So anyway,
Party!
I
You what he said. So anyway, right, okay. There's a tank driving down my block. Okay.
No. I get it. That's why I'm driving by. I don't want to like stop here because how are we gonna sneak out, jump over a fence? It's an APC. They'll see everything. So that's why I'm driving by. And
But there are people on the street everywhere. It's a college area, so I mean you don't have a stealth mode or anything like that.
Time of day is it?
People are. It's 4 in the morning.
Oh, okay.
I said we
people are
when
partying.
we go in.
People are partying and stuff.
The longer we wait, those young ladies are going to be, I don't know, sacrificed, chopped up for their organs or something like that. I say we go through the front gate.
Well, can Null kind of shut some of these cameras and stuff off so at least we can have a fair chance of getting through? Because everybody isn't light on their feet like you are.
Don't bother asking him. He can do it.
Yep, I can certainly try.
All right, so they've got a secure system, and it's good, so you can access it from here
Okay.
via your wireless. So you need to roll against me.
Again, I'm going to try to ghost it.
Okay.
It's a +6.
Wow. So I got a -1, so you got +7. All right. So you jump right into the central core, past all of the ice. You know, it's a fairly robust system, but no match for you. So what are you doing once you get to the central core?
Well, let's see. So I've got central core access. I guess next thing to do would be to I think I will set off all of their fire alarms.
Okay. All right. So all of a sudden the fire alarms go off, and they begin to blare. You can hear them from outside, and you see the guards on the outside go running inside to see what's going on.
There's a chance.
It's not my first time to the dance.
All right. So who's doing what?
I'll follow Saint as we go over the wall and in, I guess.
Hey, I want to. If he's not stopping the vehicle, I want to open it up and jump out.
Okay, I'm following him.
All right. So you all hop out. Noel, what are you doing?
Well, is the van parked outside? Yeah.
No.
I don't know, Silver.
It's gonna keep moving.
I'm gonna
Just
stay in
keep
the van.
driving
I
around.
don't really
But
want.
I'm driving slow, but I'm driving. I'm not stopping anywhere.
I don't
And,
want to.
By the way, did you see what I wrote there, Jim?
No, I don't know about. I don't do secret GM stuff.
No, it's
so you
not
gotta tell
secret.
me
It's
what's going
just,
on.
it's just in the chat.
What is it?
I switched from jacking into the vehicle to jacking into the spy bot, and then
Okay.
began spying on sorority houses in the area.
Sorority houses or the fraternity houses?
Sorority houses.
What the fuck?
Okay. All right, you get a fate point. You get a fate point for that.
Part of my voyeurism.
There you go. All right, so
I'm staying in the van.
you see Silverjack is kind of
That's why I locked him out.
and he makes an odd turn, and he's going away from the fraternity row, and you see he's on sorority row now, and he doesn't seem to be paying much attention to the vehicle as the APC strikes some parked vehicles because he's jacked into the spy bot.
Yeah.
And he's not paying attention to the vehicle, which rolls to a stop.
I said, Jack, what the hell are you doing? You're gonna have a freaking knight errant on us.
Oh, he's jacking. All right, so
My next action, whenever it comes around, will be to turn off all the cameras as well inside the.
okay, so Saint and Manhattan, you guys jump up over the wall of the gate, and you slide and you make your way inside of the house through what looks like a servant's entrance. Okay. Delta Omicron Alpha, the pinnacle of fraternities at the University of Metro City. They have the biggest house, the best parties, and the most affluent members, both past and present. They basically do what they want since the parents of these boys pay big money to the school. The frat house has a secure network, trucks in the back, thunder rolls in, and a stiff, faintly acidic rain begins to fall. Saint and Manhattan, you know that if you're going to get paid, you got to go in there and get your property back.
Well, we probably won't get paid at this point because we lost a bunch of them anyway. So now it's just about trying to see what these stupid rich kids are up to with all this mumbo jumbo. So,
all right. So as you
for me, it's about rep and honor right now. I mean,
well, I'm women and kids they screwed up our payday.
As you all open up the door to you guys go into basically it's a short hallway. You see this person, the man of the 2-foot tongue. Got it?
All right.
Okay, you see he looks and he smiles, and you see that there are 2 guards, security guards behind him, and they have assault rifles, but he doesn't have a weapon out. He has a pistol, and he says, well, what brings you here, shaman?
I look at Saint.
Okay. Listen. Santino Siccione, I'm here, collect my property, just step aside, no problems.
Okay, you see he jumps up in the air and he's going to plant his foot via a flying kick into your chest.
I know it's tight, that's why I looked at you.
Well, I'm going to take offense to that and not want to eat shoe.
How are you going to resist?
I'm going to draw a knife and try to cut him on his way in.
Okay, so you're resisting with your melee?
Yes.
All right, he rolls a 4.
Let me get. Let's see. Where are my dice at? My melee skill is good. And bam. Give me something. Come on. Great. +4.
Okay, so he got a boost. So you see he jumps up and kicks you in the chest before you're able to get your knives up. And he puts the boost of off balance on you. And with 1 invoke, that's what he's got. All right, so he lets you go next.
I skitter across the kitchen counter and knock over some plates and trays and gather my wits on the other side to try to draw a blade and go after this guy.
Okay. So
rubbing my chest after that kick. Oh, did I? What? How much did he do?
None. He just got a boost on you. He tied you. He didn't.
Okay.
He just kicks you back.
Okay.
Okay.
I stand up and one hand vault over the countertop, and the other hand comes in with a knife, ice pick style.
Okay, so you see he's fending you off with his bare hands, his gloved hands, but they're bare hands.
Okay.
Five.
Melee. Okay. Got a good skill with that. Fair.
Okay, so
+2.
fair. All right, so he succeeded with style on you, so he's going to put another. I'll say he puts another boost on you, called slip and fall.
Okay.
So as you slip and fall on through the kitchen area on the pots and pans that you slid over, he just kind of he parries all of your blows, and then at the end of it, he pushes you in the chest, and you go sliding back and slip and fall. All right, so David, it is Manhattan's.
You said he had some goons with him?
Yeah, 2 of them are standing there watching.
Are they weapons at ready?
They have their weapons out. They're not aiming them at anyone.
Okay, I'm gonna hit them with a mana ball. Try to get both of them.
Okay. What force?
It's at force 3.
Okay.
So that will be a total of 5 for the roll.
All right. And they resist with will.
Yes, I believe so.
Which is -1.
Excellent.
So you did 6.
Okay.
Okay, so you see, well, describe it. You take them out. The ball explodes and.
Okay, so a ball of blue energy arcs out as I throw it like a football, and it lands in their midst, and the tendrils emerge from the ball and kind of like pull them into it. And when everything is said and done, they're lying there, and their bodies are slightly steaming.
Okay. All right. You guys hear chanting coming from the basement. Blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
All right. No cipher.
Hold on. I'm trying to resist the.
Oh, I'm sorry. The drain.
Yeah, which I'm not. I have a. Where am I? That was a -2 on my roll. I don't know what happened. That was -2. So then I have a +2 to resist drain, so I will end up rolling a 3 total.
Okay, a 3 total?
Yeah, that was my... wait a minute now. Hold on. That's not right. I'm looking at your screen.
No, you're not.
Hold on.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Having problems. Okay, so there you go. So that's a 5 total.
Okay, so you resist the 3 drain.
Yeah.
And no problem. All right, null cipher. You kind of smack Silverjack back into back to pay attention to what's going on, and you said that you wanted to do what? You're muted.
I think he said it'd be right back.
Sorry, I was muted. My next action was going to be to shut off all the security feeds.
Inside the house?
Yeah.
Or outside?
Well, they're inside now, yeah?
Yes.
Well, let's see, actually. I could use those to my advantage, but then somebody else could be inside there doing so as well. Actually, could I try to just shut off all power in the house?
You could. However, there's a closed system in there that's controlling that, and you can't access that from here.
Yeah, I'm too far away.
Well, you have to go inside and connect in from the inside, wherever the main server is.
I can actually jack into it, or?
Yes, yes. It's like the train, the closed system. You can't get into it from the outside.
Okay. For right now, then, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just shut off all the security feeds outside the house, and I'm going to
Okay.
tell Silverjack to get us to the house quick.
All right.
Okay. So all of the cameras blink out. They go dark. And Silverjack, what are you going to do? Are you going to take the direction of your teammate?
Yeah, I'll take the direction of my teammate, and instead of continuing to be jacked into the spy drone, I'll um, release that normally, and then just drive. Um, I guess basically just kind of just go through. I guess go up to the gate.
Go to the gate, go through the gate.
I don't really want to make all that noise and
Well,
just.
the fire alarms are blaring off. There's a lot of noise going on
Go hard or
already.
go home.
Screw it. All right, fine. Go through the gate.
All right, so you crash through in a action scene, dramatic pose. Your car stops in midair, and everything, pow, zoom, crash, and the gate goes flying out of, off of its moorings, and you kind of skid into a bootlegger's turn, which is an incredible feat to do. See, and you come to a halt at the back door.
Collateral damage.
All right, DBJ.
Okay.
So you said you need to stay down. And maybe you'll live to talk about it.
I roll my shoulders, creak my neck, grab a random meat cleaver, and say, "I don't think you know who you're talking to here, buddy. I mean, I stay out of the family business, but we have a rep to uphold, and I'm going to try to use my melee skill to create an advantage."
Okay. What advantage?
And I'm going to use I'll say blinded by kitchen appliances, and I'm going to like knock a bunch of things off the counter at him,
Okay.
just to have him put his hands up, and then I'm going to come late. I'm going to build off of it and come in at him later, probably like low and stab him in the gut. But for right now, I want to see if I can do that.
Okay.
Got him like a
Let's
fish.
see.
He's got to use his athletics to move himself away.
Fail
To
horror.
die.
Right. All right. So I have my melee skills good. Roll that,
Okay.
and I get a come on dicey dice. Ooh, a superb +5.
Okay, so you succeed with style. So you've got two invokes of the blinded by kitchen appliances. All
Okay.
right. So in your scene, who goes next? Either Manhattan or him.
Let him go next. I
You
want to see what he
think this
does.
is going to save you? You come here to fight and you hide? And you see he says, it's Sagan. And you see he shoots his tongue out and it crosses the room. It's barbed and it strikes out at you.
Ooh, okay.
All right, let's see here. And he got a 4. Great.
Do I use my
You can dodge or you can parry with your weapon or dodge.
I parry with
And hold
with a
on.
copper.
He's actually going to invoke the off balance to get +2, so he's got a 6.
All right, I'm gonna roll. Got a good skill here. Ooh,
That boosts his
superb +5. So, okay, I got a 5 in total.
Okay, so he got a 6, so he got you with 1, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you take 3 damage, 3 stress. Do you take stress? You don't have any armor, do you?
No.
Okay.
Well, flavor-wise, yeah.
So, okay, he's going to use one of his stunts called Killing Stroke, and
Okay.
force you to take a consequence instead of stress. So you take a mild consequence automatically
Okay.
called bleeding tongue wound. So his barbed tongue flashes out and strikes you in the shoulder and pulls out some viscera and muscle underneath, and blood just starts to pool out. So you've got a -2 mild bleeding tongue wound.
Okay.
And you see he laughs, and as his tongue retracts back into his mouth, he licks the blood off. And you see he kind of cocks an ear towards some stairs that are leading to the basement, and the chanting is getting louder.
Mm-mm-mm.
All right, that will be on you, Manhattan.
What
Can
will never
my
leave home?
can my armor spell work for others or just for me?
It could work for others.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna have to cast it
You
on
ain't seen nothing
Saint.
yet. Okay.
So it's gonna be at force. Actually, well, no, that can only do stress. He took a consequence. Okay, so it's gonna be force 3.
Okay.
Okay. So that's going to be a 5
Okay.
total for the roll.
All right. So you succeeded. So finish. Do the drain,
Okay.
and now you have armor 3, Saint. You have.
Okay, I do
One of
it.
these
I
like
resist.
tornadoes or something that he threw on top of me? Because I'm
What
not
does it look like?
like
Too much, too little, too late.
Let me see. It looks like. What does it look like? Urban. Okay, it looks like almost
Garbage
like
can.
looks like almost like blocks of brick and masonry, kind of surround you for a moment, and you hear the blocks kind of stack around you almost like Legos almost, and then they kind of just fade away, but you are armored now.
All right. Outstanding. And you resisted the drain?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Null Cipher. So you guys are at the back door. You can pile out of the APC, or you can do your whatever it is that you plan to do.
Okay. Well, let's see. So yeah, I guess before going into the house, I had something else in mind that I was just thinking about. I can't remember what it was now. Oh, right. So I was able to set off the fire alarms in
Yes,
the house. The security cameras inside the house are still working.
but not
Can I?
outside.
Huh?
But not outside.
Right, not outside. No, that's where I am right now. But the ones that were still working inside, can I access them, or do I need to
You
again?
you can't access them. You need to get into. You can't access wirelessly the central core of a closed
No,
system.
no, I get that.
You have to,
Wasn't sure.
yeah, you gotta,
Okay.
yeah, you have to find out where it is and get into it.
Right. Okay. But I was
So
able. I was.
you see around. They don't seem to be overly. Uh, they don't seem to notice you, for lack of a better word. They seem to have their attention on something else,
Well, I'm a pretty well-dressed, good-looking young elf man. I mean, I might fit in here at the fraternity. So,
like I'm
uh,
young.
what I will try to do is I'll try to make my way if I can figure out where where the system is, so that I will be able to access it. While
Okay.
I'm doing that,
How would you do that?
well, I will just run into the house basically under the. Suppose if anybody challenges me, I'll just go under the pretense that I'm a student looking for my girlfriend. I swear she was in here.
Okay, no one challenges you, and you kind of move into the house, and you hear some chanting coming from the basement, and you hear a fight is going on uh, in the room, in the next room over. You hear like pots and pans clanging about, and you hear ah, and then you hear some chanting, and it sounds like bricks and masonry stacking inches of light uh, coming from the room in front of you.
God, that really does not sound like my kind of party. Um, Well, I gotta see who's fighting in there. I guess I gotta check it out. Curiosity's gonna get the best of me. It's probably my friends getting their asses kicked again.
So as you go into this room, which looks like a store room, it's a very large. It's storing like kitchen equipment and things and stuff of that nature. You see that there's like blood splattered on the walls, on the ceiling, all over, like as if somebody was put in a microwave and exploded.
Holy shit!
They're just like all over, and you see Saint has his knives out, and he's bleeding heavily from the shoulder.
Okay.
And you see this guy. I think I showed him.
Yeah, I saw the picture of the guy with the tongue.
Yeah, and yeah, he's pretty. He's dressed in military outfit, but it looks like he's just kicking the crap out of Saint. It doesn't look like he's broken a sweat just yet. You don't see his long tongue or anything like that. He's just fighting and kicking and everything else. All right, Silverjack, what are you doing?
Okay. I'm actually going to have, let's see here, my spy drone kind of move into the building ahead of I'm gonna say it's a spider walker drone, to basically kind of, help kind of guide it, to avoid as many people as possible. In
So
order
you're
to try.
stealthing. You're stealthing it.
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and make it stealth check. Are you jacked into it? No, you didn't say
No,
that.
no, because I have to. I'm having both of them going there. So
Okay.
yeah. Um,
Or are you using it to create an advantage that
uh,
will allow both to stealth up
yes,
ahead?
yes. The stunt being, I have intel from the spy drone, and let's see here. I'm also going to use the fact that uh, the fire alarms cause chaos.
Okay,
And the
that's a free invoke on that.
Yeah, so I'll use those two. So it's an average.
All right, your difficulty is 2.
All right, so, and I just add my number to whatever my. Oh no, wait. I just
I
want to
don't
make
know
sure I get
what.
this right. So before I roll, okay, I'm not adding. I'm just making my roll, and then I add the number to whatever my
What are
roll.
you rolling? Are you using a fate roll or a dice stream?
It's the fate roller.
So just whatever your skill is, click that,
Okay.
and then it'll give you the total amount.
Wow. Okay.
Sweet.
Okay, so that would be pretty doggone legendary because I think it's +4 to that. So,
Okay, so you succeed with style in creating your advantage, which is what?
um,
Because
uh,
the I have intel works differently. That's you use it to declare scene aspects. So basically, you create scene aspects that you want to be
okay,
there.
okay. What is it? Uh, eye in the sky, I guess.
But you're not in sky. You're in the house.
Oh, okay. Uh, I'll be a good one for that. Uh, 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 Inconspicuous. Uh, uh,
These are not the drones you're looking for. All right.
okay, thank you. I'm sorry, I'm
So
having such a hard time with
it's
this
getting
today.
late, so I'm trying to move it along. All right, so the
Sorry.
drones go filing 2 by 2, and they go on up ahead. All right, DBJ, it's a new exchange. You see this guy says, "You need to just stay down, boy. Stay down, and I'll make it quick." I'll suck the marrow out of your bones very quick.
I've got one hand on my trying to staunch the bleeding on my shoulder.
Says, look at you. You can't even hold your knife. I can smell your blood.
I say, both of us are going to bleed tonight if I have anything to do with it. And I'm going to set up an advantage. I'm going to try to in essence I want to try to feint him, slashing at him with one hand, like trying to get him to maybe parry back up or something like that. And when he parries my hand, I'm just going to drop the knife into my other hand and then stab him.
Okay, so.
But I'm going to set up an advantage.
Okay, the advantage
which is,
will be feint.
That is correct.
Okay, so that will use your deceive.
Okay.
Against his perception. And that's.
And now because of my consequence, I'm still at.
You're fine. I'll invoke it if I need to use it.
Okay. I got a fair +2.
I got a 0.
Sweet. All right.
So you actually you have a boost, unless you wish to invoke.
Don't forget about your what is it? Distracted or whatever. The pots and pans.
Yeah, you got blinded by kitchenware.
I didn't think I got that.
Yeah, you got 2 invokes. You succeeded with style.
Okay. So I got a fair result, and I'm going to use blinded.
Okay.
And create my.
All right, so that bumps it up to a 4. So
that is correct.
Now you have a feint advantage with 2 free invokes. All right, so you see he doesn't seem to be too swift on the uptake. He seems like a kick-ass fighter, but he doesn't look like he knows tactics. He's all just all hammer. No finesse, just all hammer. So who goes next? You or Ian can go. You or Manhattan can go. Null Cipher can go, or my villain can go.
Let Manhattan go.
Okay. All right. Wow. Well, since
the chanting is getting louder.
All right. So since Snake Tongue and Saint are going toe to toe, there's really not a whole lot I can do here. So I will kind of skirt around their area, and try to get past these two and see what's going on with the chanting you keep telling us about.
Okay, so there's a door that leads down. It's open down into the basement, and you can hear the chanting, etc., coming out from there. And as you come down, you see what do you see? You see there's a glowing, blasphemous rectangular altar, and this is the centerpiece of this basement area. And the brothers are clad in yellow cowled robes. They chant in unison as one of the young elvish girls hangs naked, suspended over the altar by her feet on what appears to be a hangman's, what do you call it for the rockets? A gantry. There's a star projector similar to what the planetariums use that are projecting star room, and it's creating an eerie environment. You see next to the altar with a wavy blade is a man, madness in his eyes, chanting Ipsagen Yuga, Ipsagen Nyarlathotep, Ipsagen Azathoth, Ipsagen Shoga, Ipsagen Shub-Nigurath, Ipsagen, Yotsotath, Ipsagen, Cthulhu, Ipsagen,
I
Cthulhu,
can't interrupt.
Ipsagen, Cthulhu.
He's on
And
the
you
narrative
see
role. I can't interrupt him.
all of the others that are in the circle start to scream out loud, and you see he raises the wavy dagger and is about to plunge it into the chest of the girl. You see that there are probably 10. Well, here, let me tell you. There are, what are these seen aspects? Behold, the yellow sign is a scene aspect. Blasphemous altar, wall-to-wall frat boys, and oh my stars and garters. Those are the scene aspects. There is a sign painted on the wall that appears to be glowing, and as you look at it, you feel your will slip away. And as you look at it longer, your will slips away a little bit more, and you feel yourself.
Okay.
And so you
There's no excuse.
you gotta take your way, I can't see you, I can't look.
Don't try to
All right.
proclaim or hint to the innocence of these frat boys. They are going down.
All right. So who goes next?
Was that my action?
Yeah, you moved. You moved into the next room.
Oh, okay.
So now you're in the next scene.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay. Well, I better let Snake Tongue go so we can get him out the way.
Okay. You see he laughs, and you see his fingers, Saint, begin to elongate and curl. The ends curl up into what appears to be a 4-fingered talon on both hands, and you see he leaps at you and tries to rake you with his claws. And he rakes you right in the shoulder where you took the the snake tongue. So basically, he's using his free invoke to get +2 for your consequence.
Ooh.
All right, so he got a 8.
And I'm going to dodge with my athletics.
Okay.
And I don't have that. Okay. Where are we at? Bam. Mediocre. Give me something. 0.
Can't you defend with your text?
Okay, so you have. Well,
no, you still got them aspects floating around.
You've got faint. You've got
right.
Blinded by the kettle with the free invoke, and
Yes.
you've got the armor spell still kicking.
Now they're free invokes. I don't have to spend a fate point to use them.
Yes.
Is that
you
correct?
got 2 on the faint, and 1 is left on the blinded by kitchenware.
I'm going to use the 1 by the free one of the 2 from the faint to get a +2.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
You're using the blinded by kitchenware.
If you're dead, you can't use them.
Okay, so blinded by kitchenware is now pay only. All right, so
yes.
what did you get?
That would give me a +4.
Okay, so he got an 8, so he gets 4 over. So he does 6 points of stress. So it gets reduced by 3 because of the armor, leaving you 3 stress to deal with. How will you deal with that stress?
Now, I only have 3 stress to take, and I already have a mild consequence. Could I take?
You got 2 stress. Physical.
I'm sorry.
You got 2 physical stress. Remember, you can only mark 1 box.
Okay. So I mark 1. If I
you have marked the 2 box to lower it by 2,
and then I'm down to a 4 cons.
Then you would have to take a moderate consequence, yes.
Yeah.
Uh-oh,
Really?
okay.
Oh man. Hold on for a minute.
Cat didn't like
Right,
that.
Cat didn't like
Like,
that.
what?
All right,
You
so
ignoring me? What?
Yeah. Yeah.
all right, so we'll jump over to Null Cipher. So you
Right.
see this guy leaps almost toad-like across the room, and basically looks like he rends the meat of Saint's shoulders,
Yeah,
off of Saint's shoulder.
Saint's in a bad way,
Saint's in a very bad way.
and I don't know that I can help him very much because I'm not a fighter.
And you see he lands and he turns to you and looks you in the eye.
Shit.
Come on,
Okay.
bitch. Come on, bitch. He says, pull that gun that you have there. Pull it.
I'm gonna, let's see. Do I know where I need to go to jack into the system? We were talking about the core. Obviously, it's a close.
You haven't done anything to get a schematic of the place, so not yet. Yes, you. Where would you put like the server?
Yeah.
You know,
Where would I put the server? Well, I would think probably in the basement. That's where the cult is, and I gotta get past Snake Boy to get there, don't I?
Yes, you do, because he's standing right in front of that door. He says that pistol is small. Like
I thought our combat specialist was going to make mincemeat out of him.
Can I duck around the corner and try to set up? Like, can I set up the sprinkler system?
You're still in the.
Because I had activated the.
You can do that. Yeah, it's part of the fire.
I'll do that. So I'll duck around the side of this door that I'm standing in, looking in,
Okay.
just to get out of his line of sight.
You can't see
Maybe
me. You can't see me. You can't see me.
Any chance, or maybe not, but.
Okay, so so you're setting off the sprinkler, so you'll have a free invoke of that.
Okay.
Sprinklers.
Yeah. Sprinklers are going off.
Okay, he says, I'm going to devour your buddy over here while you hide around the corner. Like a
That's
weapon.
fine. I don't like him anyway.
Okay, you hear. All right, Silverjack. You're
All
outside
right.
still?
Yeah, but I'm still outside. My drones are in there. I'm not going in there.
He's voyeurism.
So
He's looking at sorority windows.
because I got my drones in there. Did my drones see any of this stuff that's going on, or?
No, they're sneaking, but now they do. They enter the scene with Manhattan, and they see.
They're following me?
Yeah.
No, because well, let me just tell you what I was thinking about doing. If I'm assuming that in order to get to where Manhattan is, I'd have to get past the Toad Man, right?
Well, they snuck past.
Oh, okay.
Right? Didn't you say they were
All right.
sneaking?
Yeah, they were sneaking into the.
These are the droids you're looking for, so he
Right.
looked at him
But no, this is what I want to do. Let me explain.
Go ahead.
Since he didn't see it, I want my walker drone that has its fine manipulation to pick up one of the guns of the guy that took out by Manhattan and
Yeah,
shoot people in the.
okay, the walker drone is like fine manipulation. It's not for shooting
What,
stuff.
picking
It's
locks
not
or
good.
something?
Yeah, picking locks, disarming stuff like that.
Got it. I was gonna try to be slick and shoot over in the back.
Pick his pocket.
Yeah, okay, what good is that gonna do?
Slap him around, the duelist slaps.
Okay, so fine manipulation doesn't apply for that.
It's fine manipulation.
Have the drone run up and grab his knee.
The idea was for it to try to actually do something to him.
About that, Joe, DBJ, you've got 3 shifts of damage to negotiate. So how did you want to negotiate those?
To take 2 stress, and then the other one's going to push me to a moderate consequence. Am I correct?
So yeah, you got a 4
Yeah.
moderate, and that's going to be eviscerated shoulder. Okay.
I'm having flashbacks of last night.
Man.
And you hit the ground, and he like lands on top of you, and you see he's like licking the blood off of your shoulder, and appears to be in an ecstasy
Do
moment.
something, Silverjack.
All right, fine.
And he's taunting Null Cipher, who appears to be hiding on the other side of the wall. And he said, all of a sudden, the fire sprinklers start to go off, and
Don't look good.
you see he's laughing. Okay, so yeah.
All right. Since it didn't see it, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna have the uh, walker drone just kind of run up, and since it's got fine manipulation, I'm gonna have it basically poke it in the eyes, like with its fine little I guess like tools and stuff. Just kind of try to give it a blinded aspect.
What's it? The
The walker
Yeah.
drone.
Walker. You mean Snake Boy?
Yeah, Snake
Toad
Boy,
Boy?
rather.
Okay.
Snake Boy.
All right. So he sees the drone, because I mean, if it's not hiding,
It was hiding. It's dropping out of
no,
hiding.
it wasn't hiding. It snuck by. Now it's coming back.
Oh, okay. Never mind. All right.
So it's past him already because they snuck by. Do you want to roll a stealth? I didn't make you roll a stealth before because they were just sneaking through the scene.
Oh,
So you need to make a stealth if it's going to sneak up on them.
which is gonna give it more time to do what it's gonna do, right?
Okay. Mhm.
And it's already got the aspect of slow, so it's not like I can run it up on him and do nothing. So,
Okay.
you know what?
Save your boy.
Yeah, run it up on him. I might be able to.
You know what though? He's some Italian whatever. He's not German, so screw him. My guy. The drone is snuck past him. He's trying to figure out what's going on.
It's
All
like
right.
that, okay.
I'll give you a fate point for that. And we'll move on to whose action? It'll be DBJ. So you see, it's like he's feeding on your shoulder. He's pulling out chunks, and you see his teeth have elongated a bit, and his hands have turned into 4-fingered talons. And
What have I gotten myself
you
into?
hear the chanting, Ipsagen, Ipsagen, Ipsagen. You have no idea what's going on down the stairs. But you see red is filling your eyes, and your head is throbbing, and you're feeling weak from loss of blood.
Can't leave you guys alone for a second. I tell you.
I'm going to take my last chance to try to cause some damage to this creature. I want to, as I'm pinned to the ground, invoke my last feint and try to try to gut him or something.
Are you looking at your stunts and stuff?
Yeah.
You got some pretty combat intensive stunts.
Well, okay, but I've got to hit first. I got to get there.
Okay.
Once I get there,
you go.
yeah.
And it's on.
That's true. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. So I rolled
So you got
good, +2 makes it a superb.
So you got feint active. You
Yes.
got a free
So
invoke
that
on
makes
feint, and there's a
+7.
and then Null Cipher made a free invoke on sprinklers.
Okay, that's 9 minus 4.
No, don't minus
Brings
4.
me back
Where
down.
are you minus 4?
Isn't that from the moderate consequence?
Once I invoke it, I have to invoke it. It's basically an aspect, and then I get 1 free invoke. I can use it whenever I want to.
Yeah,
I thought
it's not constant. It's only
Right.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
automatic.
okay.
It's when it's thematically whenever it applies.
Okay. Well, that's a total of +9.
Okay, so he rolls, and he gets a
Legendary
7. He gets a 7.
Okay.
So you got 2 over.
Okay.
So what do you
All
do?
right. Now, if I'm able to hurt him, I gain +2 damage. The first cut's the deepest. This is the first time I've hurt him. So I get
Okay.
+2 damage when attacking with a blade weapon, and the opponent has not suffered any stress or consequences yet.
Okay. That is true.
Okay.
So
Does your blade do any damage itself, DJ?
I believe it does.
1
Yeah, I think it's just. Yeah, it does a 1 damage. So that's be a total of 3.
plus 2 is 5.
Ooh, sweet.
Because you
Right.
got 2 over his
Okay.
roll. Yeah.
Right. Now, do I have enough to do a consequence to him?
5. Yeah, he doesn't have 5 stress, so he is going to end up taking a. He's going to take a 4 stress and a minor consequence.
4?
Okay.
4.
And I'm going to use Killing Stroke, which is once per scene. When I force an opponent to take a consequence as a result of a knife or blade attack, I can spend a fate. Oh, I don't have any.
No!
Can't do that. No, I can't do that. Oh.
If you can figure out a way to get a fate point, because he's not a fully named character, he doesn't have any consequences, so he'll get taken out if you can do a consequence to him.
All right.
What about the consequence that just happened?
What consequence?
Oh, he just took 4 stress and that was it?
Oh, he did.
Yeah,
You're
take
right.
a consequence, right?
Yeah, he took it. He did take a consequence. All right. So how do you take him out? The first cut's the deepest, and it's also the last.
I do the cinematic tangled with the enemy, and then one of us or both of us feel like a shock to our bodies, where I pull him close, but I stab him in the gut where you can't see the blade. So, he's on my shoulder. I'm wrestling on the ground, and then I just shove a blade up through where I think his belly button is.
Okay. and you guys begin to convulse in a death hug, so to speak, and as the camera kind of pans around, you're not sure who just bought it, because you both are kind of wide-eyed as you stare at each other until you see this greenish blood start to pool up on the floor underneath you all. And you see he rolls off, and you see what looks like almost like pinkish marshmallows begin to fall out of his stomach in little chunks.
What is that, man?
Marietta, want to see you again.
All right. Who is it on? It's on Manhattan.
All right.
My love.
Everybody's got to die.
Okay, you see they turn to you.
They do. I thought they were.
The brothers,
I thought they were in.
They were chanting.
Yeah.
They were in the frenzy. Yeah, they were in the frenzy.
Okay.
They're chanting. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right, the spirits and the old bones of Detroit want vengeance. So here it comes. Is it just the one girl captive there?
That you see, yes. She's on, like I said, the hangman's noose, except it's got her by the
that's crazy,
by
man.
the legs, and she's
okay. Yeah, so the blood. Okay, yeah, I
Right.
got it. Okay. Well, okay, and you said the knife is coming, right? So I got to take care of that first. As much as I want to blast the uppity frat boys, I'll have to hold off. And
do you have enchantment? You got enchantment, right?
Yes, I do. Yes.
You see, though you don't recognize it, you can tell that the sign, the yellow sign that's painted on the wall,
All right.
is
Now, when you say yellow sign, you mean like sigil or
symbol.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Joe.
actually an enchantment device of some type.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I got it. Okay. That's what's probably keeping them enraptured and everything. But okay. Okay. Well, anyway, I got to stop this.
Okay, you see, he turns and he says, "You won't stop me. You can't stop me."
Okay.
It's Sergeant Cthulhu!
All right. Can I? Well, no, I can't really do that. It's not a telekinesis. It's a levitate. So, actually, I can. Is it possible me for to? Well, you tell me. Is it possible for me to? Nah, I think that's telekinesis. I wanted to see if I could levitate the knife out of his hand, but that's a little different. I think
That
that's
is
pushing it.
telekinesis. Yeah.
Levitate is telekinesis, or is
No, that
oh,
that would be telekinesis.
okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, I gotta hit him with a wave of agony. I'll have to do that. See what that does.
That's an area effect, right?
I don't know.
That sounds good.
There is no link to it. It just says agony too.
Yeah, all of the spells are on the spell page.
Or who?
Are on the spells page.
You mean I have to actually go to the page and look?
Oh my
God. Okay.
Wave of agony?
It just says agony. I don't know.
Agony. No, okay. Agony, defense will, does mental damage, and you put an advantage of excruciating pain on them.
It is an area effect or no?
No, it's not.
Okay, he gets it then.
All right. So he resists. He's got counter magic.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
But he's not looking at you to do that, so I'll let him resist with his will.
So it's at 2, and
go cast it.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's anything else. No, nothing else. Okay. Okay, so that will be a 6.
Okay, so he has to resist against a 2 with his will because that's the force of the spell, right?
I know.
Okay.
I know.
And he got a 2. He tied.
Okay.
No, he got a 3. I'm sorry. He got a 3. So you see. Well, explain your failure.
I don't do that. Nothing. I mean, I cast the spell at him as usual with my cane. The silver dice on my cane glow, and he just kind of laughs and rebukes me. And I know that it didn't. I couldn't get in his head.
Okay.
So and I resist the drain.
Okay. Good. All right. Null Cipher.
Okay.
You see. What's your name? Saint rises up off the ground, covered in like ichor, and you see his shoulder is exposing bone and things that should not be exposed in a shoulder or an arm.
My old baseball coaches tell me, "Walk it off, son."
Walk it off, sissy. All right, so you see the sprinkler system is raining down, and it's causing the blood to kind of splatter and disperse. And you see, like on the walls where Manhattan had blown up the 2 guards, chunks of blood and body parts are just sliding down.
Nice.
So you see. Oh, okay. Hold on one second. Let me come back to you. No. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No,
so what do you want to do? You and Saint are together now.
Well, I'm heading to the basement.
Okay, that's where Manhattan went.
Yep, I know. I want to go down there. I mean, that's number 1 where I figure the server's at anyway, and number 2, that's where all this chanting is coming from.
Yes.
So I'm gonna head that way.
Okay, so you run down there and you see the scene that I explained earlier, and you see there are probably about 10 frat boys in yellow robes with cowls.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
And they're chanting. They seem kind of oblivious. And you see Manhattan, his hands are kind of waving about, and you see these greenish lights are dancing off of his hands, and they go towards, obviously, the leader.
Yeah.
It's an older man who's in a cowl, and he puts up some type of, it looks like a reflection, some type of spell, and he blocks off Manhattan's mystical attack.
Okay.
And you see, as you come down the stairs, he regards your entrance into the scene, and he's not impressed.
Aw, not impressed?
Not impressed.
He obviously just doesn't appreciate beauty.
He says, more for the kiln.
Can I actually see the server anywhere or no?
No. All you see in this scene right now is the yellow sign, the blasphemous altar, wall-to-wall frat boys, and an eerie planetarium-style projector of stars going around in the room.
Awesome. Is the sprinkler system operating down here as well?
No.
No?
No.
Shit. Okay. Okay. Well, I moved down here, so I don't think I can do anything more, can I?
No, good point. All right. Silverjack?
Okay. Am I to assume that my drones are in the scene as well? Since they moved
Yes.
past them? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now, the only girl we see is the one that's hung up. There's no other.
That's the only
ones
one
are
we
in.
see. Yeah. You don't know. You know that 3 of them were taken, but only one of them is here. And I'm going to compel your voyeurism as you start to see the naked child.
Dude,
And
you
it
got 30 fate points already.
and unfortunately, it stirs something deep within you. Unfortunately, so
Great.
you're going to be distracted. You're going to have the distracted aspect placed on you.
Okay.
Disgusting.
So basically,
you can pay the fate point off and have it not happen, or take the fate point.
Well, I already have 3 fate points at this point. I think I'll pay that one off and go down to 2.
Okay.
I'll do that.
All right. Continue
I'll shake it off. All right. All right. What I want to do is I want to actually have my walker thing basically just kind of move through. Well, it's going to really move through the crowd, but I guess I want to have it. Yeah, it's going to have to try to get past everybody to get to the girl. It's going to try to get to the girl, basically, so I can try to.
Okay, so it's going to have to make an overcome to get through the group of people, because they're wall-to-wall frat boys. They're all over the place. I am going to use one of my 4 fate points to invoke that to add to the difficulty, and the difficulty is now going to be +2, which brings that to a epic 7 for it to get through. So you need to make a 7 overcome roll in order for it to push through the frat boys and get to the girl at the blasphemous altar.
Wonderful. Okay. I have a hard ass time trying to do that. Okay. I'm going to actually, can I invoke the same thing, wall-to-wall frat boys, so that they're kind of in each other's way?
For a fate point?
Yeah, I'll spend a fate point to do that. Why not? All right, so I'll do that. And let me go ahead and roll. All right. Well, all I got was 5. Superb. So you got 2 over me.
Okay, so you succeed at a serious cost, or you can fail.
I'll succeed at a serious cost. Why not?
All right, so the walker drone goes bowling the frat boys over like 10 pins, and they eventually bump into the leader, who goes off balance, and as he tries to regain his balance, the knife plunges into the girl, and you see rivulets of blood drop and strike the altar, and the altar begins to glow, and then more blood rivulets drop down, and then you see the frat boys stop, and they start to regard the the altar a little bit more as it increases in brightness, and you see the leader, Itagen Cthulhu, Itagen Cthulhu, and all of a sudden a huge flash of light happens, and then after the flash of light, you see all of the frat boys lie on the ground, desiccated, and the leader is nowhere to be found. And the blood of the girl continues to drop in rivulets along the altar, which appears to be inert now. Suddenly, you hear a gong sound, but you have no idea what that is. All right, Null Cypher, you pick up a ping that's coming from the other side of a wall, a brick wall.
All right. Well, try to access it, I guess. Feel like it's a bit late now, but.
Okay, so okay. Saint, you come down. Are you coming down in here into the scene?
Yeah, I'm actually hanging back. I'm in no shape to fight, and I've got green, you know, Ecor or Icor, whatever it is, dripping from my shoulder and whatnot. I've got like a kitchen towel stuffed into the hole. But yes, I am coming down.
Okay. You guys find a secret door that slides with Null Cypher's touch, slides open, and it leads into a lit area that's actually fairly cold. You feel the temperature noticeably drop as you go in here, and you hear the humming of equipment. And you see a camera pointing right on the secret door. As you open it up, it spots you. You know you're spotted.
Okay. I got an 8 on my hacking roll, my decking roll anyway.
What are you hacking?
Just to try and access the ping, the wireless ping.
Okay. The ping is still on the closed network, but you're
Oh,
picking it up. You're close by. Yeah, you don't have access to it. You just located.
Sorry, got it.
It's further into the room.
Okay. Well, go for it then. No point. I'm seen by the camera anyway, so.
All right. So as you all continue through, you see that there is a young man that is sitting at a computer terminal. You see rows and rows of servers around him, and you see this guy. Rows and rows of servers all about him, and there's also a number of old scrolls that another system appears to be scanning, and it looks like he's scanning the scrolls into another computer. One is scanning the scrolls, and then they're going into a computer, and you see translation translation at 94%, translation of narcotic manuscript at 94%, and you see the manuscripts that are being scanned look like that. And you see the kid stands up and he says, "Oi, chummers." And you see there's a light pistol on the computer with him. And you see he holds his hands up. He says, "Is there any way out for me? Or do I have to go down shooting?" And you see he kind of looks at his at the pistol. It's a little piece of crap. pistol.
Hey, you guys know how I feel. No women, no kids. Gotta go.
Uh,
All about. Hey, it's all about honor and rep for me at
He
this point.
says, "Hey, I was only translating the scrolls for him."
Shut it down.
He says, "I can't. There's a subroutine in there that once it reaches 90%, if it's stopped, the files will auto distribute throughout the globe."
What if we blow it up?
He says, "If it stops in any way, it's still going to upload."
is that possible? Can it do that, or is he bluffing? No.
Good question, actually.
So,
Huh?
what exactly is supposed to happen? I mean, other than this information upload, is there something?
He says, "What I was told just to translate it over, put it into an electronic medium, and then set a distribution list for like 100 people."
Can I see if he's bluffing, or is there a knowledge type thing I can check to see if there's any way around what he's saying?
It's possible. What he's saying is absolutely true,
Okay.
but it can probably be stopped by a kick-ass Decker.
Right.
But here's the thing:
She died.
you would have to get to the central core
Yeah.
in one swoop.
Right.
If you're like dinking and dunking and you don't make it to the central core to be able to get there and shut it down, it's going to auto distribute.
Well, I gotta try, don't I? I gotta try.
Okay, the scene aspects are rows and rows of servers. Damn, it's cold in here. Here, I'm a digital god, and manuscripts of blasphemy.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have any fate points to take advantage of any of those anyway. So,
Okay, you see, he steps back to the side and he says, "Go ahead, man."
you know, this whole "I declare war on you" thing. It says that I can kill a small corp or an army, etc. You fight on the level of any organization smaller than Megacorp without the need to recruit. Okay. This is by accessing the matrix. You can take action. Okay, no, that's not the right. Okay. Yep. Okay, let's do my decking thing.
All right, so it is a great system, which means it's going to have quality +1, so it has 5 stress. So you need to get 5 shifts.
5 shifts?
You need to have at least an active value of 5, or no, 6 actually, because you need to get past it. If you get 5, you've cleared the firewalls, but you're not at the core just yet. You need to get 6 to clear the firewalls and access the core, and then you could shut down. But if not, it's going to auto send the 94% of these blasphemous scrolls to 100 of the high priest's best friends.
Well, I don't think this is going to work, but I will give it a shot.
Is there anything anybody can do to assist? Anything anybody can think of?
I don't know anything about
Okay.
Well, hold on.
All right.
Hold on. Let's see here. I guess
can light a fire
what
under
I
that.
can do. Yeah. Let's see here. Can I have the spy bot that's in there kind of, set down on the thing, and I tell him, to use the subroutines of the spy bot system to assist you in gathering the intel you need, faster to basically help you kind of like give you like a boost, I
Well,
guess.
he's not going to be able to do that because he's going to be in the Matrix. He's going to have to be in the Matrix to do it. The spy drone doesn't exist in the Matrix. So the spy, whatever the spy drone's looking at, the spy drone can't see into the Matrix.
Okay. Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
just
if it
really.
was like spotting for his normal vision, sure we'd be able to help. But in the Matrix, Cypher walks alone.
Well, that's
All right, go
unfortunate. I
for it,
can't
Cypher.
do anything.
All right, you guys ready for this?
And I got a roll
Ready
of
for you to do it.
4.
Mhm.
I got a 4. Oh, wow.
I got a 5.
Okay, so you got 1 over, so you bypass one of the firewalls. And
And I
it,
succeed at a great cost there.
say again?
Oh no, I did succeed anyway. Yeah, I was saying, can I succeed at cost or something?
No, you do succeed. Yeah, you succeed, but you bypass one of the 5 firewalls that you need to get past, and you see the uplink complete, and you see it just looks like confetti popping out, symbolizing the distribution, and it goes flying out
I
I
to.
I yell out on the system. I say, try redirecting that intel.
It's done.
Oh, it's
It's
already.
done.
Yeah.
It's done.
Okay.
All
I
right.
look at the kid and I say, well, that sucks for you, and I shoot the motherfucker.
Ah! Okay, you see, he falls dead.
Damn.
All right, and the scene fades out, but the scene fades back in. You see a shadowy, rocky landscape. A number of figures flit about in front of you, though you can't make out their features. The sound is odd, almost as if you were underwater. You hear the others around you making clicking noises. Soon others join in, and the clicking noises become louder, though still distorted. You look up into the sky and see stars aplenty. You see far, far in the distance, the primary star of the system, and suddenly an oddly reverberates, washes over you and the others. Ipsagen Yugoth. You hear the high priest's voice. The others hear and feel this too. You all begin to gather and caper about in the shadow and cold of this barren rock. Ipsagen Nyarlathotep. One of the masters, you think. It will know what to do. You were made in its image a millennia ago. Ipsagen Asathoth. You hear the piping sounds. It calls to you, and you call to your kind, clicking and whistling as the most bold of you take to the air on your leathern wings. Ipsagen Shogoth. You take flight into the void, taking your place in a swarm of shadowy beings numbering in the millions, moving in the space between worlds. Ipsagen Shub Nagurath. Your swarm passes the ringed planet, losing only the weak in the fields of rock and ice. The piper's call continues to beckon. Ipsagen Yog Sothoth. You pass the small red planet where others of your kind once populated. The swarm leaders continue to click, calling, almost forming a laughter in anticipation for this time which has been too long in coming. Ipsagen Cthulhu. He will rise, you think. However, others are in your mind with you, and you're unsure whether it's your thoughts, theirs, or the swarm taking over. The small blue planet with the white moon lies ahead. Ipsagen Cthulhu. The fleshy ones are a disease. You communicate this to the swarm, a disease that has been left unchecked and now must be excised like a tumor. Ipsagen Cthulhu. The odd vibrations continue to draw your swarm towards what will be a new order formed by the masters. You click in mindless affirmation and repeat, Ipsagen Cthulhu. All right, that's it.
Damn you!
So there's a Shadowrun Cthulhu Punk. You guys got to kill. wasn't overly Cthulhu-y. So let's go ahead. It's late. Let's wrap it up. Let's hit DBJ for a final recap. Plug yourself, plug your channel, and anything else you'd like to plug.
Sure. Had fun playing Santino Citrione, and I am DBJ. I have a channel, Dave Brion Jackson, but it's just better to type in Bring Back the Magic. Got a whole bunch of videos, a lot of rants, and I hope some a little bit of advice here and there. That's it for me. Enjoyed the game.
All right, Sam's.
Yeah. Not what I expected, but I was pleasantly surprised. Enjoyed playing. Yeah, right. I got a channel, David Sims, with a bunch of stuff on there, a lot of Fate stuff on there, hopefully more to come. And had a good time playing my character tonight.
And Ian.
Yeah, I'm Ian. Fantastic Dimensions on YouTube. Really, really had fun with this. It was a good time to see how Shadowrun could be played in Fate, and Cthulhu is some of my favorite shit ever. So I enjoyed the twist at the end, even though it didn't go very well for me. But yeah, it was good fun. Thanks. Well done, Jim.
I think you were overpowered. All right, and we'll go to Joseph.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I had a good time too. I played Silverjack, the dwarf rigger who was easily distracted by pretty much everything. Yeah. I mean, it definitely kind of threw me for a loop at the end there. Um, Definitely didn't go where I thought I was going to go, but that's usually, a good sign of, a good adventure, is when when things happen that you don't expect. So that was a good thing.
All right, and I'm James Branch, Jim, the Chaos Net. Nothing at my channel, so go to it and see nothing at my channel because I camp these guys' channels. And I had a good time in bringing this interpretation of Shadowrun, throwing a little spin on it from the Cthulhu. I love that stuff. Although I don't like the hopelessness of Cthulhu, but for some odd reason, I like Cthulhu punk. So here you go. I hope everybody enjoyed. One thing I can say in retrospect of GMing this Fate experience is that one of the main things in Fate is the Fate point economy, and in order to keep that economy up, the GM needs to constantly throw in compels and situations to where the players can generate these Fate points. I think I did a maybe 3 of 10 job in doing that during this session. So I will hopefully coach myself next time into creating more opportunities for the characters to generate Fate points so that they can be just as awesome as they can be. All right. Good night. God bless. Have a good one.